Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashback!
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WWE Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACT Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Simon Foxy, as we are here for the beginning of Division 1 in Season 5, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the weekend of the first play week, and Division 1 will go underway starting with this first game. But before we get to that, a quick reminder to all of our viewers to check out the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram, and the link in the description below for a giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC featuring a limited edition, excuse me, a very limited edition Siege-themed PC cabinet from NZXT. Only 500 of these PCs exist in the world, and if you want one for yourselves, check out the Esports Club on Instagram and Facebook, and the link in the description for details on how to enter yourself into the giveaway. With all that being said, and hopefully with my brain in a little bit of position that it was just a second ago, we are going to be going forward with the first game on the map of Villa between Kira Esports and LevelZero Esports, ladies and gents, which should be a very interesting game indeed, as both of these teams, they've been here for quite a while. Division 1 has been theirs. You know, LevelZero have been in Div 1 for just a tad bit longer, although Kira Esports, nothing can underestimate, no one should underestimate the way Kira Esports plays. Both of these teams are very strong in their own rights, as Villa, a defender-centered map, is gonna be the battleground between these two juggernauts of the South APAC region. With all that being said, we're just waiting on the ready confirmation from both teams as the match will come underway very shortly. But before we do that, Foxy, how are you this afternoon, and how do you feel about this game we've got on hand?
I'm feeling really nice, Blackjack. Thank you. Actually, I woke up today morning thinking we got our casting sessions once again from 6 to 9, but suddenly I happened to realize no, it's Division One today, and it's going to be from 3 o'clock. So yeah, a little surprised awakening that I just had today, but a very welcome one indeed. Division One, always rooting for it, always waiting the entire week. In fact, to cast these matches, definitely the best of the best in the region for us. And nothing less. We'll be seeing them will at the first map coming up. Kira versus LevelZero. I'm a little, I'm a little too shaken. In fact, and maybe I'm having shaky predictions going ahead inside this match. You know, from the side of LevelZero Esports, we've got a massive roster change. We've got Basilisks and Roximo Killer joining them. That is invincible. We do know Envy before that. Slayer, Mighty, they'll still be the ones who will be holding down the old LevelZero roster, but it's definitely a huge change from LevelZero, which I'm very excited to see how that turns out. Who happens to be the stronger team, because Kira Esports will be rocking their same roster. We've got Deathhammer, Aweem, Rattler, Daft, Kajit. It's the standard stuff from Kira Esports. And let's see if they're able to survive this. Kira Esports have definitely not had a great day, you know. Great run of seasons, at least when it comes to their performance in the Esports Club League. Excuse me, just not having a great day either. But yeah, talking about the Esports Club League, they've had their fair share of the Division 2 promotions and relegations, being back and forth between the top division and the second division. That's been along with Mercenaries as well. You know, who happens to be such a consistent team outside league as well. So it's been the same fashion for Kira Esports and Mercenaries, but maybe with the final season, both of them have to be in Division 1. We'll be getting to see a little more heated movements of Division 1. We've also got TEC Valiants thrown off from Division 2 to Division 1 as well. So that's going to be a huge thing. In fact, you know, you want to make sure that a team like that, the underdog, has made their way to Division 1. You want to watch out for these matches. And definitely, we've got TEC playing today as well. But for now, it's going to be Willa, LevelZero Esports versus Kira Esports. Let's see if we've got the ready confirmation from the side of LevelZero. Apparently, Roxy was having not a great time with his softwares in the computer. That is obviously, I'm talking about Moss people. Yeah, no ideas there. They'll still be waiting for the confirmation from LevelZero Esports. I'm not sure what has gotten. And meanwhile, going ahead in this match, we've definitely, hold on, let me take a quick look at the community votes. Did we do the community votes, Blackjack? Did you?
No, actually, we did not yet.
All right.
Foxy.
Not yet. So yeah, there's a good time for me to chime in. We've got Kira Esports. In fact, hold on, we've got Kira Esports with 62% in their favor, while it's LevelZero Esports on 38%. So that's a huge favor, in fact, for Kira Esports, taking down that majority of the votes. Definitely not even coming close. LevelZero Esports, the support looks a little weaker this time than before, but let's see if they'll be able to stand up to their expectations. Definitely, we've got matches before this that have not favored the community votes. So let's see how that turns out. I'm still waiting on the confirmation as I quickly confer with the admins on what's going on. Blackjack, I hand over the mic to you and ask you, how excited are you for Division 1 going ahead? What are the matches that we're getting to see for today? And what else do we have in store? What do you think is going to go down for the first day of Division 1 on Season 5?
Well, just like you said, Foxy, it's going to be a pretty exciting day of games ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. As, of course, we've got Kira Esports versus LevelZero right now. No surprises right there. Very, very big game indeed. It is Division 1, the top tier when it comes to the entirety of the region. While after this game between Kira and LevelZero, we've got Virtual 5 taking on TEC Valiants, a new face in Division 1 in a long time, shall we say, as Valiants, when they came in a couple seasons ago in Division 3, they did a good job getting into Division 2 for Season 4, And not just that, they've made their way to Division 1 within 3 seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a fantastic run from Valiants, but they have a ways to go because they've just come to Division 1. They are yet to prove themselves in this division, as they will be taking the second game of the day in the first stream as well against Virtual 5. On towards the evening, we will be having Demas Force versus Mercenaries starting off the second stream of the night. A huge game right there. Mercenaries, they are a pretty big team right now, and Demas Force are pretty strong in their own right as well. A game we'll be looking forward to with all the excitement in the world. But the last game of the night is one that I'm pretty sure all of our viewers are going to be looking forward to. Union Gaming versus Monka S. That's right, Union Gaming will be closing out the stream for the day with their fantastic upcoming game against Monkas, which should be a huge one to look forward to, as the last four teams, the last 2 games of the night are pretty huge. All four teams pretty big in the region. They're pretty well known, and for good reason. They're winners, and they're winners of previous tournaments and whatnot, TEC or otherwise, and that's why we're looking forward to them playing. But we do have these games today. With all that being said, Kira Esports versus LevelZero Esports on Villa. Kira Esports will be attacking, LevelZero Esports will be defending, and I say that as if we're getting into the game, but not quite yet. Apparently the Moss issue that Roximo Killer, yeah, I'll have to get used to saying that. But yeah, the Moss issue that he was having apparently still isn't quite fixed. But Baba Gusta on the analyst desk, he is here, ladies and gentlemen, and he's got some interesting tidbits to share about this particular match at hand. Baba, how do you do this afternoon?
Well, Jack, I am really excited to see those 2 matchups here, Kira Esports versus LevelZero Esports. I've even checked their entire history about their matchups. So currently, Kira Esports winning 2 matches against LevelZero Esports, and LevelZero Esports winning only 1 match against Kira. So it's going to be really interesting to see how well that they're going to be performing on Season 5. Will LevelZero get their 1 win against Kira, or will Kira add up their win against LevelZero Esports? Only time will tell. Well, coming to the plays that the players have been making on the side of Kira Esports, we have great fraggers, we have great defenders as well. One of the most best tankers I've ever seen would be Avim with the smoke. I mean, you've seen him play on the map Coastline, he performs really well. Yep, like he just gets kills out of nowhere with SMG-11 long range, in which even I couldn't even do it as well. So yeah, coming to the community votes, looks like Kira Esports is on 63% and LevelZero Esports on 37%. That is a very big margin. The whole community voting for Kira Esports looks like actually want to do support for LevelZero Esports, because who knows, maybe an underdog story might come out in Division 1.
Well, that is definitely something that's possible. You can never quite discount LevelZero Esports when it comes to their skill in this game that is Rainbow Six Siege. However, the community votes, they don't lie. Kira Esports are favored to win this game, ladies and gentlemen, at least from the side of the community. And we were talking about this, me and Foxy, before the game, before it got here. Kira Esports on attack on Villa should make things very interesting indeed. And when they go on the defense, as you said, Babagusa, Avim will be one to watch out for with his SMG-11 plays. I still remember in the previous season on Coastline, the man was pulling off headshot after headshot. And oh boy, that was a game to spectate. But, that's a game that's behind us right now. We'll be looking forward to the kind of plays that they make today, which is the real interesting bit. It's always a juicy game when it comes to Division 1, always with the spicy game, the spicy plays, even sometimes, absolutely unexpected plays from the side of either team, as we'll be looking forward to which team actually gets hyper aggressive first, though, because Kira Esports and LevelZero, one thing that you notice with them is that they do like to be quite aggressive. Like the entire region, we have many aggressive teams in the South APAC region, don't get me wrong, but Kira and LevelZero, they stand out sometimes with the way they play, making those jump outs, run outs back like one after the other, crazy peaks, headshots left, right, and center. But it is what it is. Right now, we're just waiting once again on the ready confirmation to come in, as apparently there's many issues on the back end that is happening with these teams, and slowly but surely we're gonna run out of things to say. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully the game begins before we have pretty much emptied out our resources in terms of words to spin. But Villa as a map, this is something we haven't talked about quite yet. We've talked about this before. At one point, I remember I used to say Villa is a little bit like Border in the way that it tends to swing wildly between attack and defense. Yeah, looking back at that, maybe I mean, not maybe, I was definitely wrong in that because well, it is a fairly defender-sided map, but more on that later. Union Gaming, they have the last game of the night. Union Gaming versus Monka S, right? That's a game that we're looking forward to, not just because of Monka S. Monka S is a fantastic team in their own right, but we're also looking forward to Union Gaming because UG, as it stands currently, are the 4-season undefeated toppers, undefeated champions of the entirety of the division of Division 1 and pretty much the entire region for that, as the only recorded losses that they've had is against Demas Force. They're not playing against DF today, they're playing against Monka S, and who knows, maybe Monka S might come in and play an upset story, shall we say, against the side of Union Gaming. It definitely could happen. You can never discount matches like those coming in. As back in Season 4, I remember Union Gaming had a little bit of trouble in the early matches. They looked like they weren't having the best of times, but then they managed to pull it off and win the match anyway. That's the kind of team that we have in Division 1, one of the most excitable and one of the most... just in general, one of the most amazing teams in the entirety of the region. They have laid claim to the fact that they're the best in the region, and they definitely are. They are deserving of that title. But Season 5 is going to be the season where all of that comes into a test, because it's the final season, and UG would like to go out in the TEC League as the current reigning champions of the league and of the region. Whether or not they'll be able to is the real question. But that'll be answered over the course of the month, over the course of the season, as we will be still waiting on the status of this game. And yeah, I'm slowly running out of more and more things to say. But Villa as a map, going back to the point that I was making earlier, Villa as a map. Actually, I'm going to pass off the mic to Foxy here with that question. Villa as a map, we've seen it play a lot, right? And sometimes it's attacker-sided, but mostly it's defender-sided, heavily for that matter. So with Kira Esports attacking, what are their chances of getting the lead early in the match?
Well, I don't really know. The way LevelZero Esports, at least for the roster change, that suggests is you still got the same firepower that they had before. You've got Mighty, you've got Envy, you've got Slayer. That's more than enough firepower already for you. So you're trying to come out aggressive on the side of defense does not really matter. You're getting those early frags in, then happening to play on time. Definitely something that LevelZero Esports will be doing is what I'm expecting from them. To be a little more random, or rather to be a little more aggressive when it comes to defense, especially on a map like Villa, because you have so much more space to do, so many more things. Kira Esports, though, they'll be a little oversaturated in terms of what they're trying to commit. They won't be able to finish their main commit, but somehow they'll win the match, and that's how they've been so far. Honestly, it's been a great treat to watch Kira Esports because they somehow make the best out of a situation where you cannot think that they'll be able to walk out of. But looks like we've got the final confirmation in. LevelZero has confirmed indeed that we'll be going into this match, and yes, Kira Esports is confirmed as well. So let's not waste any more time and get into this match, people. Quite the wait time we had for everyone in the lobby, but we've waited long enough ourselves. Let's not waste any more time. Villa will be underway. Kira Esports facing off LevelZero Esports. LevelZero Esports almost, in fact, surviving for themselves when it came. Excuse me.
You okay there?
I'm amazing, Blackjack. Thank you. But LevelZero Esports, talking about them, we thought that they were relegated. They're going back to Division 2, but they got saved with Reckoning Esports dropping the league. They got themselves the spot that Reckoning had for themselves. So yeah, a nice place for LevelZero to definitely take this spot on, but I'm not sure if they've got what it takes to be ready with the heat of Division 1. Division 1 very fast, very high paced, and it's just too much for some teams to to even stay on par with it. But let's see what happens. We've got the Thatcher ban, we've got the Jackal, we've got the Mira coming in as well, going out in fact. But it's not a surprise. We've got the Jackal bans and Mira bans happen on a map like Villa before. A Pulse ban maybe is what we are expecting, but it'll be LevelZero to start off on defense, and that's why you don't want to drop a lot. There you go. You'll be dropping the Echo in fact. That's all right. You can still use the Pulse Esports. They'll be the ones to start off on defense. Let's see what they bring out when it comes to this match. Just like something that me and Blackjack were happening to go to and fro about. Let's see what happens here. We've got to look at the rosters once again. Avim, Kajit, Deathhammer, Rattler, and Daft on the side of Kira Esports, while we've got Envy, Basilisk, Mighty, Slayer, and Sexy K on the side of LevelZero Esports. Definitely amazing rosters, both of them amazing rosters, and 60K is actually swapped in with Roximo Killer because Roxy was having some issues with his mouse. But then again, it's always nice to see 60K play. We'll be seeing him do that with the Maestro. We've got the sixth pick coming in, from the Ash to the Capita from a... I'm not sure if they've read into what side we'll be seeing the side of the defense go. But maybe that's why they've brought in the Capita. We'll be seeing Slayer bring out the Jaeger. A very powerful operator in the right hands. Slayer definitely has been on top of his frag potential, so top of his frag game. He's got more than enough support frags from his teams as well. When it comes to holding down something, deliberately you want to put TIE Force on one single doorway, on one single rotation, on one single side entrance. Slayer is the man to call. The man has some impeccable dedication to the way he takes these fights, and definitely someone you want to have on your team. But let's see what happens going ahead in this match. We've got Mighty, got the smoke this time. That's the support frag that I'm talking about. It's not only the stall that you'll be getting in with the smoke canisters, but also, you get scared with the shotgun. You don't want to push the smoke. You want to be afraid of a possible shield in front of you because you got the SMG-11 playing right behind it. There's so many ways you can just play around the clock, at least while you're trying to be on defense. But here's Kira Esports has already made the push on the side of study room, making sure that they've got 3 people on there. They definitely want to commit to this, and they will. Veem already is going to find a frag, and that's your Mute taken off the board. I'm not sure where he found that. Was it a wall bang through the barricades? Look at that, the Mute staying lifeless, in fact, on the side of landing. It's going to come down to Slayer once again. He's going to have to make sure he gets those impact frags in. The first one to pick the fight, but there's the Nomad charge is very scared of them. He's going to push up, and no, that's a wrong peek from Deathhammer. Is going to face death indeed, but the push-up is already being noticed, but he'll lose that fight. The Nomad wins it. Rattler will be the one, in fact, to take that kill on 4 vs 3 now. It's not looking great for LevelZero Esports, definitely not. They can still make it out of here. Sexy K and the Basilisk will be watching the same angle. We've got Mighty. He's all the way on the side of Closet. He wants to get a little... There you go. He's made noise, more than enough noise. In fact, that's going to definitely put Daft in a little bit of a wondering position. What's going on? Is there a solo smoke? Being so aggressive. He's actually pushed up. He's going to go for the runner, but there's the wrong side he's watching. And the Hibana will be more than glad to pick up that kill. Mighty, not the best thing to do, honestly. But yeah, I still got it's all under Castle and the Maestro. Man has got to watch the washroom. The prone peak is in. He's not going to win that fight. Basilisk loses that. The Rattler will be winning it. It's all on the Sexy K. The push-up is in from both these attackers. He's going to win that as well. Rattler with the triple kill this round. Kira Esports will be starting off really well. In fact, going ahead on attack on a map like this, on a map like Villa. Definitely picking up the pace here. Just like I said before we happened to get in the match. Not very confident in terms of what LevelZero has been putting out recently. Almost getting saved from the relegation for Division 2, and Kira Esports have been on top of the game. That pacing that they've got for themselves mid-round is amazing. It's beautiful. Round 2 will be underway. 1-0 is the scoreline. And let's see where LevelZero takes us. They take us to Trophy and Statue Room once again. Well done indeed for Kira Esports, at least in the first round. Let's see what happens.
All right. And there we go. Kira Esports on the attack, doing what Kira Esports normally does. That is why they're going to be, excuse me, taking round one of the bat. And yeah, the first round's in. That's a pretty big step into getting the victory on any particular match, any game really. But once again, excuse me right there. But yeah, overall, it's down to the fact that LevelZero, like you said, Fox, you know, they really didn't look good back in Season 4. And they only were saved due to some circumstantial situation that came up in between seasons that, of course, we've already talked about. And now they're here, still in Div 1, but that first round was not a good opening round, not at all. Kira Esports taking full advantage of the mistakes that the side of LevelZero made. The site itself, of course, is still Trophy, but we're seeing a lot of emphasis towards the side of Aviator and Games Room as it goes. And it's going to be interesting to see how Kira Esports reacts to this round, as they're just, okay, Mighty's just getting the main triple reinforcement of Saturated, and at least they're only one. Okay, side emphasis isn't really there. They're going to be playing offside from the looks of things. A few Black Eye cameras are going to be in, but no, Vim! That's not how you started the round, my friend. Rattler is down. The Nomad is down, more importantly. That's a huge drop right there from the side of Kira Esports, taking out your own map control operator before anything significant could be done with set op. Rattler goes down, and the man's not going to be too happy about that. Neither is a Vim, mind you, as the side of LevelZero, off the back of that little bit of a mistake, just got enough time to finish setting up inside his site itself. They got the Legion play the send from Sexy K, making sure that they have those a little bit of denial in on the operator front, while Vim's already pushed up. He's in peaking astronomy. Shots being fired, but Kaj is the one who's taking any damage, not the Maestro who was sitting behind the blue boxes. Ibana's Excalibur spellers are going to come out on the main wall of bedroom as well, getting that hard breach done nice and quickly. Kira Esports, they are at a man disadvantage down to their own fault, but they need to recover from this nice and quickly. Basilisk is low. That's the Meister right there. And now the Excaliburs are being denied once again. That, I believe, is the Evil Eye, but Invincible is going to go down. That's Envy, the Jaeger of the board, trying to peek bedroom. I could see him out of the corner of my eye. He goes down very early, and Sexy K, your Legion is off the board as well, has a disconnect from the side of LevelZero Esports comes out. That's really unfortunate for them, as they are now left in a 4 versus 3, and only one body was actually dropped. Make that 2 as the Maestro goes down as well. The Bandit's trying his hardest. Deathhammer's been down in the meanwhile, and there goes the Capital, but there's a refrag in instantly from the man Kajit taking a kill. Mighty and Slayer, they took a couple, but now it's all down to Mighty in a 1v2, and 55 seconds remain for the side of Kira Esports to get the plant off. Daft is going to be doing exactly that. While Mighty's taking a bit more damage, he did try a C4. Nope, no, he didn't, but now he's going to be shooting away, and nope. Unfortunately, that does not work out. A lot of nopes coming out this round from both teams, as Mighty's now caught in a post-plant 1v2, and I think he's coming up the astronomy stairs. He is. He's been spotted. The side's going to see him, and there he goes down to the ground in the bathroom, as Kajit will be the one to take that kill. The Sledge finishes things off for the side of Kira Esports, cleans up on LevelZero. And Kira are going to be taking yet another round. Round 2 goes to them, as they have the early game lead, 2-0 going into round 3. And the side of LevelZero Esports are caught in a conundrum, because not only are they one player down, they're also 2 rounds down in the match.
Well,
Still not...
I was expecting a Rios request from the side of LevelZero Esports,
yeah.
but I think that has just been the case for Sexy K. He's just been having power fluctuations and whatnot. I don't really blame him. It's been the case for myself, indeed. I've had that quite a bit. But yeah, anyways, going ahead, we've got a 2-0 established already for the side of Kira Esports, and LevelZero Esports just starting this connection. Definitely a place where Kira Esports will be able to take more advantage, and we can be a little quicker with rounds. In fact, I mean, Zero definitely not up to what we were expecting out of them, or maybe we're not expecting a whole lot. Let's be honest here, but I'm surprised even with what they've put up so far. I wouldn't really blame them only 2 rounds into the match. It's too early for taking sides or even making judgments about how the match is going, in whose favor, how are things molding into. At this point, it's just been Kira Esports playing better. Honestly, it's been them you know, at it back to back. They're making sure they're getting everything done right. Let's see if they'll be able to do that for a little while longer. We definitely need some more aggression from the side of LevelZero Esports. Aggression that you're able to convert into something useful, not into something like this. You know, they're like, look at this. This is a huge liability right now. In fact, if he loses his life, it'll be for nothing, and that's something you don't want to be doing. LevelZero Esports definitely need that kind of accountability. We'll still be seeing the push-up from Mike. A nice camera that he got for himself. He's going to go for the long run-up. He's not going to find anybody, but he'll get spotted instead. The Walton could come in any moment now from the IQ, but no, she's just going to go back, put down a Claymore, and fall back right into time and place. We've got Rattler on the IQ. In fact, he's finally going to spot the IQ cam, or Valkyrie cam. This is definitely going to be something that he's got to be careful about. Still, Mighty has picked up awfully close. He's going to go for this, but he's been spotted, and that's the perfect watch from Daf. He's going to get the first kill in. Mighty takes the fall. Should have been a little more maybe get somebody on your flank watch. You know, you got the cam outside, you know, you want somebody to watch it. Don't want to be overexcited about this, overecstatic in fact. Still be seeing Brazilian going down the same angle. Slayer did try to go for some aggression, but he'll be met with some counter aggression himself. Does get up, gets back to side, gets healed by the dog. It's a 3 versus 5. No, not looking great for LevelZero Esports once again. Like I said, Kira Esports definitely want to take advantage of this. We're trying to get the taps on, and the Doc is going to win that fight. Rattler goes down. That's a very important frag in terms of how influential Rattler has been so far for his team. Seeing the long push-up come in, and there's the reconnection from 60k as well. It's a little too late already. They're still seeing the pings come out. Basilisk has taken a lot of damage. Not sure where that came in from, but yes, the kill indeed from Doc. He gets a frag, but he's just a little too careless about the refrag situation, and that'll be Kira Esports putting another round on board, dropping kills left, right, and center. In fact, out-fragging the side of LevelZero Esports. So in fact, just catching the strays. Look at that. So many gunfights that could have gone in the favor of LevelZero Esports. Goes to Kira Esports. Just patience from them has been the show for the team so far. 3-0 is the scoreline, and we're going to round 4. Blackjack, what do you think going ahead in this match? What are we getting to see from them?
Well, so far what we've seen, Foxy, just like you said, they're not really. It doesn't look like LevelZero Esports are having a great time. You know, the way the Doc peaked Envy there, Envy was playing the Doc in the previous round. The way he got that first kill, he did a good job taking down Rattler and then one more. But then he just moved into astronomy completely unaware of the fact that there was somebody else playing the breach. Even though bedroom was a hotspot for the attackers, many of them were coming through there, and the gunfires, the gunfights, and all the bullets being fired was surely heard. And another thing that really happened right there was the fact that there were too many loose ends for LevelZero Esports. They didn't really have a tight defense. It looked like they were a little all over the place. Maybe with the return of Sexy K, they'll be able to make amends for these first 3 rounds. They've changed up sites. That's one thing they needed to do right here, right now, because Trophy Games Room definitely was not working out for them in the slightest. Attempting it for 3 rounds straight, and that's pretty much set in stone that until they get a round win for themselves, they will not, they will not be able to take any more rounds farther. They need to win rounds in different sites before they re-attempt Trophy Games Room. That's why we have, Trophy Statutory. I said Trophy Games. But yeah, Trophy Statutory Room. So right now they're on AVG. Aviator Games Room is going to be the side of choice. And once again, Envy is going for a round. He's been spotted, and he's got to be careful. He's the visual. He's a 3-speed. He can make it back in time. He's using this black van for cover inside a basement old office. But you know, it's not really getting anybody outside of a little bit of damage onto Daft. The Hibana, slightly low on HP, nothing too big to worry about, only a quarter HP loss for that matter. So really not gonna have too much trouble. But there is a push towards the bathroom. There's the Sledge who just vaulted in. He's got to be careful. The Doc spotted him and shots of fire. Sledge taking damage, so has Kajit, and Sledge actually gonna pull back, leaving the Jaeger to do the cleanup in this vicinity. And that is Sexy K playing inside of Trophy Room. He's got to be careful. There's somebody in the Fox window. That is the Zofia. Very, very close. Somebody inside of bathroom as well as on the bedroom door. That is why Sexy K is going to fall back onto main hallway. The red carpet stairs coming up the red stairs. He's going to watch Fox window for the time being as he makes his way back to site. Right now, the side of LevelZero Esports need their roamers to waste as much time as possible, deny as much utility as possible, and maybe even get a couple of kills for their team. But Slayer's actually going to start things off instead. That's a Vim going down. The Capitao is a big drop, seeing as the Flame Bolts are going to not be in play anymore. Slayer in the meanwhile goes down. That's a refrag in from Kajit, the Sledge, taking out the Doc. And that's another huge drop. The 3 armor healer is off the board for the side of the defense. 4 versus 4 with a minute 25 remaining. Kira Esports look poised to take this round once again. But LevelZero Esports are already in a better position than they were in the previous round. As to whether or not that's going to actually hold for the for the remainder of this round is the real question here. They need to find where this Vigil's playing. Envy is going to be a thorn in their side if they don't take him off the board. Playing inside a library right now, there's a Claymore to that run out from the Zofia, at least towards the south end. As Kaz is taking a bit more damage, he's got to be careful. He's low on HP anyway, so he's not gonna withstand too many more bullets. He's also the man with the diffuser, so he's got to get close to sight with the rest of his teammates as Kira Esports are looking to get into sight. Second, there we go. He's got the grenades. He's gonna be denying any utility or any place that the side of the defense could hold. There are ADSs to stop his grenades going through. As Envy is now the one to leave the game. Again, very unfortunate. The Vigil was in a good position to do a lot of denial for the side of the defense, but he won't be, as Kaj is gonna find Sex again. In the meanwhile, the Jaeger goes down as now the smoke canisters are coming out. They need to be denied, and the Ivana is going to be opening up a line of sight, making a hard breach onto where the smoke is playing inside a vault. However, the smoke canisters are still going off, and Basilix is actually still going to find Kajit, dropping the diffuser at a very important moment as the push is through. Rattler's going to be going for the plant. He's got to have enough cover. The man is going to throw the C4. Will it find him? I don't think so. Yes, it will, though. Dathomar did find a kill. In the meanwhile, the plant has to go down. Mighty's done a great job, but there's Daft to finish off the kill in the round. The C4 could have been huge right there for the side of LevelZero Esports. They looked very good this round, holding off in the defense, but they just lost way too many bodies. And once again, the disconnection from Envy was not something they needed whatsoever, as LevelZero Esports are going to be taking round 4. 4-0 is the scoreline going into round 5, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to be heading back to second floor Aviator and Games Room, as LevelZero Esports are at this moment in pretty dire straits.
It's definitely be the turnaround. In fact, for LevelZero Esports, it's just sad right now. 4-0, not something I was expecting coming into this match, honestly. It does not matter what map it is, but this match at least, both of these teams very able themselves in phase, got themselves the point pick, in fact, on the random pick. Very interestingly so. But yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of wait time in the lobby. There you go, it's loaded up and ready. I was not expecting this, honestly, when it came to Division 1. We do see this kind of scores when it comes to Division 2, when it comes to Division 3. There've been those occasional times like these, but coming to Division 1, I think this might be one of the most one-sided matches, at least so far. And the reason I'm already saying this is because LevelZero Esports, they have to pick the pace up. They would have, being the ones on defense on a map like Villa. But they could not, and that just proves so much more than what Kira has got for themselves right now. At what position that they sit in, it's just good. It's good to see Kira Esports in that position. Round 5 will be underway 4-0. Very comfortable, in fact, for Kira Esports. Overly comfortable. Let's see if that is something that'll be able to let Kira get up and over their heads. Oh, there you go. Already the first kill comes in from Envy, and that's going to be Kajit taking the fall. A very important fragger, in fact, for the side of Kira Esports has been taking down 6 frags on board for himself so far. But still be seeing the rest of the side of Kira Esports alive and good. So I'm not sure that spawn peak came in from, but that's something exactly what I was talking about. Is Kira Esports got what they're hoping to get out of themselves, or are they in above their heads over this? They were for a moment, but that is definitely going to slap them back to reality. We'll still be seeing Slayer is going to hold down backstairs. He is on the bottom of the Astro stairs. Any moment now the drone will come in and spot him, and that's why he's got to keep moving. But for now, he's just going to choose to commit to this because there's a kill that he's waiting for, and he's going to get that nice and easy. Rattler knew that there's somebody playing over there, or did he not? I'm not sure if he did, but that is a huge misplay for the man. He's going to lose his life for that. You're still seeing Death Number take a few too many shots, and LevelZero Esports definitely coming alive this time around. Looks like they've heard me. Looks like they've understood that they definitely need to step up whatever they've brought on board. And then we're already getting aggressive. He wants to pick these fights with all the attackers coming to him. You've got to be very careful about these fights. Slayer, meanwhile, is on the flank once again. He's going to be on the bottom of the Astro set. He's waiting for the right call up from his teammates. And the moment that happens, he's going to go for the peak. But for now, it'll be Invi making this peak happen. Avim very patient about this, but Daft has already taken the fall. Here's Avim, he's gonna get the kill. Maybe he wants to go for the revive, but you gotta be scared of Invi though. He wants to get that kill, but he's being cornered by two of the attackers that are getting the revive down right now. The revive will be in, that is Amar. Daft, both of them on 20 HP for themselves, and Avim is the only one on 100 HP. The push-up will be in a lot of heat, in fact, that Invi has found himself and is finally going to rotate back and get that kill anyway. How is he allowed to do this? He's going to get the first frag in, but he gets refrag right back in from Daft. That's a nice work back coming in from the Hibana, but only 40 seconds remain. And that's a whole lot of work that the side of the attackers have to do if they want to make their way back onto site, or in fact even try and attempt to plant. I'll still be seeing them go for a full rotate. I'm not sure what they're thinking about this. 30 seconds only. Only 30 seconds. They've got to go frag heavy. Think that they know this is not the site. I mean, downstairs is not the site. 20 seconds. The push-up is real. They've got to make sure they bring that in. We'll still be seeing Sexy K play an aggressive spot, and that means he's going to be the first one who'll be able to pick the fight with them. But the Daft with the diffuser is actually going to go from inside the map. And the down comes in. That's a surprise down, in fact. Not something that we were expecting. He's going to get Sexy K taken out for at least for now. They're not going to be able to do anything here. There's just not enough time, honestly. And that will be LevelZero putting the first round on board for themselves. Amazingly well done. Good aggression that we did get to see from the side of the defense from LevelZero Esports. Very necessary for them. That also put so much more pressure on the side of Kira Esports, putting the first round on board. And let's see if we're getting to see a whole lot more of that. Round 6 will be underway. We've got 4-2-1 in the favor of Kira Esports still. One run away from the role swap. Let's see who happens to make this comeback. Maybe LevelZero Esports. They want to walk away with the round 7 on a 4-2. Let's see. Only round 6 can tell us what happens in that. Blackjack, the mic is all yours.
Thank you for that, Foxy. And indeed, LevelZero Esports looking a lot better off the back of that round on a second floor Aviator. They're going to be going back to Trophy right now, as I believe this is one of those rare instances where we won't be getting to see in the first half of the game a defensive team play on first floor, kitchen, and dining. I know Foxy prefers that site quite a bit over most of the other sites in Villa. But I digress, I like that side quite a bit as well. But as I said, it's one of those rarer matches where we won't be seeing the downstairs side played, at least for now. Maybe Kira Esports has some surprises for us. But LevelZero Esports doing what we thought they would do, which is taking a victory on Aviator Games Room, a change in sites, which is what they needed to do. And now they've gone back to Trophy Statutory once again to try and reattempt the site with a slightly better mind space, slightly better headspace this time around, more improved team coordination than they've had, and just hopefully a better round from them in general. Kira Esports, yeah, they definitely faltered against the aggression that LevelZero Esports brought out on the defense the last round, as we hear a Valkyrie camp being thrown out by Invi outside of the map, as Daft is very, very wary of a spawn peak or a spawn C4 more specifically coming in because of the Valkyrie camp that he just heard. And just in general, you got to be careful when spawning east on the northeast end of Villa, because that spot is very C4able, as the Valcam will be spotted, taken off the board. Rattler doing a good job as an IQ, as taking care of the first set of utilities, at least early in the run, whatever he can spot. Drones are going to come in. They want to make sure that they know where this Pulse is playing. Sexy K, he's obviously going to be playing down below. No questions about that. It just comes down to the fact that whether or not Kira Esports have managed to drone out the Pulse. Actually, Invincible is going to go down in the meanwhile. Kajit is going to take that kill. That's a little early right there for Invi. I guess he got a little too aggressive. Not really sure where that kill came out from. But regardless, the Sledge, he's started things off very well indeed, baiting with a drone throw as well, trying to do what he can to make sure that he doesn't get peeked and taken off early, as the side of LevelZero Esports are once again down at a 4 versus 5. Jones inside the bathroom, spotted where Slayer was playing. He's going to move back into astronomy room behind the blue boxes as there's the bandit trying to bandit trick away on the Hibana. He'll be able to get this one mighty nice and quickly, denying the hard breach, and that's a little unfortunate as there was no emphasis on taking the bandit off the board. Sexy King, he's going to see a couple of heartbeats up there on the main landing. He's going to throw a C4 out. That will find one. Actually, that will not find anybody as a Deatham, I believe that is, gets away scot-free. And I think that that area is actually a hard ceiling just over the wood panels, although not too sure of that myself at this current moment. We'll have to go back and look at that later. But Dathamer, he's going to find Basilisk in the meanwhile. The smoke goes down and the push is in from the main landing area. Kira Esports not looking, Kira Esports looking very good right now as the bandit. Will he find the Zofia? He's seen her, but the shots are in. Kaj is going for the plant. In the meanwhile, that's cover coming in from the Zofia. No, not cover. Actually, it is cover. As a back and forth comes in, Rattler takes one down, but the Zofia will finally go down as the last man standing is Slayer, who's taken the first kill of the round for the side of LevelZero Esports. Will he find any more in this 1v4 that he has to make? The Sledge is here to try and contest, but he's playing around astronomy. He's found one. He needs to find 3 more in this 1v3. There's one outside Fox window. Nope, he will not, in fact, find any more after this. Rattler is going to shut him down before Slayer can do any more damage from the side of landing. And that will give the side of Akira Esports round 6 on second floor trophy. Looks like trophy is a cursed site for LevelZero Esports, or was in the first 6 rounds, as round 7 roll swap is in. And ladies and gentlemen, it is 5-1 for Kira Esports going into roll swap. That is a huge deficit that LevelZero Esports currently have to make up on. And if they are able to, then that'll be a great comeback to watch. But will they make this comeback is what we're here to find out. Aviator Games Room is the side of choice from the side of Kira Esports on the defense now. And round 7 is underway. There we go. 6 picks. None of them, in fact, coming in from either team. They want to make sure they start off fairly standard. Nothing too different coming out immediately. Second floor AVG is going to be the site of choice, as we just discussed. And we once again, the double denial, Daft and Deathmer playing the Wamai and the Jaeger. We've got the intel coming in from Rattler with the Valkyrie. We've got the smoke and the Kai to top things off from Avim, right there, and Kajit. And Avim, like we said, like Babagusa and I were discussing in the analyst panel before the game began, we're gonna be keeping an eye on Avim, because with the SMG11, he's made some plays previously in this league. And that should be pretty interesting right there. But regardless of what happens later in the round, right now the side of LevelZero Esports, they need to get their drones in position and make sure that they have all the possible intel that they could get. We've got, okay, that's a pretty interesting Valcam right there from Rattler on the eastern wall of the eastern exterior wall of Villa, right next to offices itself. As right now, LevelZero Esports, they just need to make sure that they get their attack rounds in bit by bit. Like, Villa is one of those maps that is considered fairly heavily defender-sided, and that aspect doesn't really change. It's just the fact that Kira Esports on the attack have pretty much outplayed LevelZero Esports in the first 6 rounds. And right now, we've got a Valkyrie being droned out, and he knows where the Valkyrie is, that's Rattler, but does he know where that there's somebody else playing on the side of Classical Hallway, or at least was just a second ago. We could see the outline from his end, but he's just holding down Fox window for the time being. There's a smoke, that's actually inside his sight, so yeah, that was just me getting a little too overexcited, but all right. Sexy K playing below, doing a little bit of vertical clearance, as it were, making sure that these lines aside that the defenders have established for themselves aren't used to too much effect. Going up the red stairs right now, he's pretty close to sight. He could get in, but not yet. He's decided to just hold down in the middle landing of red stairs, as there is a bedroom push coming in from the side of LevelZero Esports. 3 of them, in fact, coming in through bedroom and bathroom astronomy. There we go. The Zofia is going to be doing just that. Sexy K playing so close to sight. He's got to be careful. Lifelines are going off from the Zofia. In the meanwhile, Rattler's decided to make his way up to astronomy stairs. There is, in fact, an attacker very close. You're going to see him. He's going to take him out. Envy goes down. Unaware of the flank coming in. Very well done from a Rattler to start things off for the side of Kira Esports on the defense. LevelZero Esports are still fairly unsure of themselves, as Basilisk is now holding down the flank of astronomy stairs. But how much will he be able to do, as there's less than 60 seconds remaining for the side of LevelZero's attack? The Blackbeard is in. He's close to side. He's going to be the one making a differential right now, and that is Slayer. But his shield is taking damage, in fact. The Kazi doing what he can to get the Blackbeard shield off early, as... right now, yeah, LevelZero Esports, they're taking a little too long. They need to get to site. They need to get in there. They need to start taking heads and clearing bodies if they want to get in. Nope, he won't be able to. There goes a one as Kajit and Daft light things up. Basilisk and Sexy K go down. Mighty goes down as well. Not able to play against the Wamai. It's a 1v5 all down to Slayer. The Blackbeard standing on Classical Hallway. The C4 comes in. And Rattler will take that kill onto Slayer once again as the Valkyrie with the C4 throw is going to round things out for the side of Kira Esports. They continue their momentum of domination as round 7 goes to them, but more importantly, it is now 6-1 on match point, and LevelZero's unfortunate match continues. They only have one more round to keep themselves alive, and Kira Esports are looking very strong for the victory right now. Second for trophy and statutory is the site of choice coming in from the side of Kira Esports, who are pretty poised, pretty well poised, in fact, to win this match.
Definitely, very well poised indeed. 6-1, not a scoreline I was expecting walking into a match of Division 1. I'm not sure what we're getting to look at right now, but it's been complete decimation for LevelZero Esports from the side of Kira. 6-1 is a little too much, honestly. It's not even them dominating at this point. It's just gone a little way past that. You don't allow stuff like this to happen in Division. It happens to be awfully close, but just not the case this time around. Definitely quite the turn up that I was not prepared to see. We're getting to see today, but alright, I'm just gonna write that down. Every day there's always something that you're not expecting happens, and today is that day. Alright, going ahead, we've got the Khajiit. We've got the castle coming out from Khajiit, in fact, not the Khajiit. But we've got Daft running the Wamai as well. Amar will be on the Jaeger. There's nothing different that you want out of this situation. And Kira Esports looking very strong with the match point, sitting very comfortably on it, looking to make it into victory point as well. A 7-1 scoreline is what they are expecting to make out of this. And let's see if they're still able to do this going ahead or not. We got Avim is making sure all the drones are jammed, at least for now. We got so much information trade off to Kira Esports. They've definitely been on top of the game, and man, it's a little too much. Division 1, you don't go 6-0, 6-1. It's almost like it's a 6-0. LevelZero Esports definitely need to step up whatever they're doing, because whatever Kira Esports is doing is just better. They've been better at it. At least for this match, it's been amazing to watch them do that. Honestly, it's good, man. It's good. You get Division 1, such huge domination. We love to watch those matches. But then again, it's Division 1. I want to watch close matches. But let's see. Going ahead, what we got cooking up for them. Let's see Slayer picking up a first kill. It's going to be a sad Avim. He's going to take the fall. That was a mute playing downstairs. That means Rattler is going to be up next. But he's being challenged by somebody else. And there's a push-up coming in. He's noticed that he's still got the C4 in his back pocket. They're going to boom back. He barely missed the nade coming in from NP, but it will push up anyway. He's going to go to the wide peak, and that's the kill. That's the kill for the Pulse. And the Rattler is going to in fact, stand up for his team once again. And this has been the case for Rattler for this match quite a bit. Definitely standing up for his team. A force is for established. Sexy K meanwhile will be pushing it from the side of the landing. He's got Mighty down below on the side of Pantry. He's going for the quick rotate. Slayer does not like music. He's gonna destroy one of them, and he's just gonna fall back. And there's the peak from the Jaeger. Deathhammer almost losing his head to Basilisk. That'll not be the case. The push-up is still in from 60k. He's going to lose that fight to the Jaeger once again. And that's the Jaeger standing up for his team. Deathhammer is going to get that frag. But he's being chained. Meanwhile, Rattler once again standing up for him. LevelZero Esports falling apart a little too quickly. Mighty's here to get the big frag in. But that's not the equalizer on the man count. Still a 3 versus 2 not. And their advantage. 1 minute left. No diffuser in hand. Definitely a huge phase that they have to fight against. And Mighty takes a fall. That's Rattler on the triple kill. Rattler has definitely popped off this round, and more than that, he's popped off for this match. 6-1 already, and we are looking at a 1 versus 3 that Slayer has to walk away from. 1 kill and 2 more kills that he's got to convert. Deathhammer takes the fall. Jaeger is off the board. Still expecting that push up from the side of Rattler. I'm not sure if Slayer knows that. He's going to go back on his drone and come back right back in. Oh, he's being lit up. He does not know what is happening. The confusion will lead. And also in the devastation of LevelZero Esports. In fact, Kira Esports dominating the first match for Season 5. And what a way for Kia Esports to start off the first match on season 5 for the Esports Club League. 7-1 domination. Too much for everybody who came here watching this match today. Rattler, a very well deserved MVP as well. Blackjack, thoughts out of this match?
Well, what we've had so far, Foxy, let me tell you, it is complete domination to start off on Division 1. LevelZero Esports continue their unfortunate run of matches that they pretty much started in the previous season, Season 4 that is. And yeah, it's not looking too great for them. They'll have to pick themselves back up from a very tough spot. Whether or not they'll be able to, that remains to be seen for tomorrow, as we'll be seeing LevelZero Esports back in play tomorrow. But right now, Kira Esports 7-1 on the map of Villa. We've got some tidbits about the game, some viewpoints and notes that our analyst Baba Gusta took down during the game of the match. So Baba, got any information for us about the game that we had on hand?
Well, Jack, I mean, if I have to talk more about it, that definitely would be LevelZero Esports. They lost Trophy Room 4 times in a row, Jack, and that too on from round 1 to 3. They have picked Trophy Room 3 times in a row and lost against Kira Esports. And what's the sad part about it is that even though that they have the Jaeger and Vamai in play, they did not, they decided to use Valk instead of making sure that you use Vamai on the closet with the deployable shield being used. A lot of ADSs, just like you see that just like you saw Kira Esports doing the same strategy on the 8th round, which was the last match point round for Kira Esports. Them defending on trophy round, you see how that reinforcements, deployable shields, and a lot of ADSs is being placed just to make sure that they don't get control on the side of master bedroom. And that is basically the meta for the strategies if they are players holding on the side of trophy room. In like when I saw on the 8th round, I definitely knew for the fact that they were going to win it. But what's interesting is that LevelZero Esports, instead of using that strategy, they decided to go do the normal strategies instead. Like you have Mighty playing as the Valk. He placed a cam on outside of the master bedroom, and then he gets in. He just waits for the opportunity so that when Kira Esports gets in on the roof, he would just waltz back in and go for the run out. Now that is actually good, but here's the thing, it's not going to be that effective when it comes to run out, because you yourself will be put in risk of getting those kills. And if you do not get those kills, not only the manpower will be down, but also the C4 will be down as well. So I really don't know what LevelZero was thinking at that time. And like the only round that they took Vamai was at round 6. No, actually, it was on round 5. Invincible getting those, one important run-outs, and he actually get one more kill on when he was holding on the side of 90 room. But I really have to give appreciation for LevelZero Esports, especially Sexy K playing as the Pulsar on round 6, where he was defending on dining room, and Mighty with the bandit trick, tricking one of the Hibana's Excaros pellets from the master bedroom itself. Eventually, he took out one of Excaros pellets, but he did not take out 2 or 3 of them, because it was Daft playing as the Hibana. Using the Hibana's Excaro pellets, using on both the walls. There's basically a strategy to open it up. So even though if Bandit tricks one of the walls, he won't be able to open up the second wall at the same time. So a lot of mistakes, but coming back on the side of Kira Esports, Khajiit getting important kills on site and securing the site. He would entirely get those important kills in which the players who are eventually holding the site would go for the plant, and Amar and Avim, they're basically there for the cleanup squad, getting those early kills. That is very important. And not to forget about Rattler, his great defense mechanics. Even though the strategies were placed on the last round, we did see Valk covering their teammates' backs by roaming on the side of Red's chest, just to make sure that they won't be able to push in from the aviators room or games room, in which it's quite common for the attackers to push in. But Rattler doing his excellent job. We're going to be seeing Kira Esports winning their first matchup against LevelZero Esports.
Absolutely well said right there, Baba. Kira Esports 7-1 on Villa against LevelZero Esports, but that's not the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. That's only the first game, as the second game coming up to all of our viewers at home is going to be TRN8 Valiants against Virtual 5 Esports. Valiants, a new face in Division 1, going up against one of the older veteran faces in Division 1 as well. And it looks like it's going to be the map of Clubhouse, and we'll be coming back with that game in just a quick moment. We'll be taking a short break and be right back. Stay tuned.
Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashbang!
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACT Fibernet, Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I am your host Blackjack, joining me is my co-host Em and Foxy and our analyst Baba Gusa, as we are here for the second game of the day between a TRN8 Valiants and Virtual 5 Esports on the map of a Clubhouse. It should be a pretty interesting game because Valiants are new to Division 3. But before we get to the game at hand, a quick reminder to all of our viewers to check out the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook, Facebook and Instagram, and the link in the description down below for the giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC featuring a Rainbow Six themed cabinet from NZXT. There's only 500 of these across the world, so if you want a chance to win one for yourselves, check out the Esports Club, right there, on Instagram and Facebook for how to enter the giveaway, and of course the link in the description down below. With all that being said, TNA Valiants versus Virtual 5 Esports, we're just waiting on the lobby to be filled up before we get started with the game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pretty big one because it's a new phase going up against a veteran team. But more on that from our analyst, Baba Gusta. Baba, this game, pretty huge right here, especially for Valiants, isn't it?
Well, yes, you're absolutely right, Jack, because they have been performing quite extraordinary on season 3 when they were actually qualified in season 3 second place, winning 5-2 as they were promoted to div 2, and season 4 they secured it, winning third place. And now we're going to be seeing Turned Valiants going up against the biggest stars of all in division 1. They have to go up against Union Gaming, they have to go against LevelZero Esports, Kira Esports, but this time on day 1 they will be going up against Virtual 5 Esports. Now coming back to Virtual 5 Esports, they did have some problems on in some certain season where they did end up being on division 2, but apparently they have not been demoted that much to division 3. They just had a bit of problems since they got relegated in season 1, but since they were back in season 3, they had second place, having to winning 5-2. They only lost against Union Gaming and Demon's Force on season 4 division 1. So it's quite interesting to see that they've still maintained the lead. Third place is actually a very big thing for Virtual 5 Esports, but this time it is season 5, and going up against Turned Valiants is going to be quite challenging. So coming to the community votes, we've been seeing Virtual 5 Esports 65%, as Turned Valiants has a community vote up on to 35%. So it's going to be really interesting. Who knows, Turned Valiants might give a play that might shock the viewers out. Who knows? Only time will tell. That's all I have on the analyst desk, Jack. Back to you.
Thank you for that beautiful analysis of the game right there, Baba Goes. 65% to Virtual 5 Esports. That is a huge victory in the community votes, as a lot of people seem to think that V5 will go through this game no problems whatsoever, but you never want to discount TRN8 Valiants. You don't want to underestimate them as a team. They are one of the more dangerous new teams out there, and they will take you to the cleaners as soon as they can. Any mistakes V5 will make, you can rest assured the Valiants will in fact be punishing them for it. Of course, the same stands true for Virtual 5 Esports, but right now, most of our eyes, most of our attention will be focused on how Valiants perform in this game. They are here in the proving grounds of the TC League and in the region in general, as this is going to be a pretty exciting game. Once again, just waiting on the last players from V5 to join in. V5, they had a roster change not too long ago, and ever since they did, they have done exceptionally well. Not to say that they didn't before, but the roster change seemed to have breathed new life into their plays in the last season. Just as Baba said, they did exceptionally well, only losing to Demon's Force and Union Gaming. Of course, nobody can really beat Union Gaming. That's what the scene's turned into these days. But Season 5 may yet prove to be something different, as this match may yet prove to be something different. Can Valiants pull off an upset against Virtual 5 Esports? The map of Clubhouse is going to be in play as Foxy. Clubhouse, the old favorite, the old faithful, as they say, of the Esports Club's Rainbow Six Siege League. How is this match going to go down when it comes to this map? What do you think?
I mean, I don't think it'll be any different from the matches that we get to see usually. Definitely Virtual 5 Esports against Valiants is a match that we're expecting to see a whole lot of action going down. Virtual 5 Esports happening to be on the top of their division. In fact, the second position of themselves. Obviously, the topmost position is being held by Union Gaming for quite a long time now. Let's see if they were able to hold that even in Season 5 as well. Or not many teams have come awfully close, but not close enough. Excuse me, for even trying to defeat Union Gaming. But Virtual 5, though, second position for Division 1. We've got TNA Valiants fresh all the way from qualifiers to Div 3 with the promotion onto Division 2 and then on to Division 1. They're sitting in Division 1 now, already into the big leagues, facing off the big names in the community. You know, you're coming against one of the best teams in few of the best teams, in fact, in the entire subcontinent. You yourselves are one because you happen to become a tier 1 team. Will Valiants be able to hold their own against these teams? This is the real question right now. V5 Esports, though, they've definitely had quite the roster changes. Honestly, quite the roster changes in the past few months. But I wouldn't be very true to myself if I would agree that that's not the only team that has had quite a roster changes in the last few months. We've had quite the ups and downs, but then again, there's always that rule that revolves around the tournament. So yeah, helps teams stick together as well. We're seeing almost everybody that is in lobby. Let's see if we're getting the confirmation and from the admins or not about this. The lobby itself might time out once again. So yeah, going right into this match, Clubhouse, like Blackjack, you asked me, it's what are we going to see today? We're going to see the aggression from the side of Valiants. Definitely, they'll try to convert anything that they can. You know, they like to pounce. So those type of players, they like to find an opportunity and they like to overdo it. In fact, sometimes they get a little too invested doing it, and that's what happens to be a little bit of a space where their opponents can take a little bit of advantage on. We've got Virtual 5 Esports though with a very fresh roster once again, a very promising one. This one as well. Gonna have to be honest here. You got Nanny, you got Flickshotter from Team Super, that is formerly. You got Nostalgia. He's been here for a little bit of time. I'm not sure if Unknown Gamer will be joining us, but we've got Ghosty already joining us. Ghost Freak, that's right, from X Reckoning Esports. So quite the roster change once again from 5. I think Valiants will be sticking with their OG roster that they've had for quite a bit. But definitely going ahead, we'll be seeing a whole lot more emphasis in terms of gunplay because both these teams now some amazing gunners. In fact, a little too much. That only depends. My statement still stands strong. If Virtual 5 Esports is still having Unknown Gamer for them, then maybe I'll have to change my sentence. Just kidding. But no, then again, talking about being amazing gunners, definitely everybody that I mentioned who's at least in lobby right now are amazing gunners themselves. Archangel, Poison, Dipjol, Kingslayer, Nanny, Flickshotter, Nostalgia, Ghost Freak. Amazing, beautiful gunners, in fact. Let's see if we're able to find some more a frag frenzy of turnaround in Clubhouse. Will it be a little too over methodical? That happens to find a saturation point for your teams and also the playstyle that you try to bring into. It happens to be such a change up, at least in pace as well. You've got yourselves a whole different turnaround of things. You've got to hold sights all of a sudden. You're gonna make sure that you're bringing in a little more patience. So much more turnaround in that strategy as well. But most definitely, we will be seeing them get a little too excited here and there. You just cannot stop that a little bit of that feeling inside you. You try and get that aggression in. You want to get those skills in because that's what you like to do and that's what you're good at. That is the type of game that I'm expecting to go down on a map like Clubhouse. Even if it's a map like Clubhouse, let's see what that holds as. I'll be quickly confirming with the admins on what's going on in the back end. Back to you, Blackjack. And how do you think we've got? This is only the second day of the match. What are the next matches? I'm really excited for today. We've got 3 and 4 matches coming up as well. What are your thoughts on that? Please run us through that once.
Absolutely, Foxy. The next match that we have after this, well, of course, we will, of course, be taking a little bit of a break after this match between Valiants and Virtual 5 ends, as we'll come back towards the evening with Demon's Force versus Mercenaries, starting things off on the second half of the day. A very big game indeed. Demon's Force and Mercenaries, some of the top guns in the region in general, and even in the league themselves. They have been fantastic to watch and cast as spectate and cast as a caster myself here in the caster seat. We've had some fantastic games with these teams on board. Demon's Force, formerly known as Stack, of course, back in seasons 1 and 2, I believe they went by that name. And then they, of course, changed to Demon's Force later on. While Mercenaries, we know them. We've seen them for a long time. And the roster that they have currently is one of the best ones out there in the entirety of the region. However, there is a team that has managed to trump these two, Demon's Force and Mercenaries, on multiple occasions. And that is Union Gaming in the league itself. itself, Union Gaming, as Foxy specified, 4 months reigning champions in the league. That is huge. That is honestly unprecedented, as the Union Gaming have been one of the most consistent teams out there in the entirety of the South APAC region. While, of course, we have Monka S. That is the game that they'll be playing. UG versus Monkas will be the last match of the day, the match to round things out for the first day of the league. And that is going to be a game, ladies and gentlemen, a game to watch out for, seeing as Union Gaming, they'll be looking to continue their streak of dominance in Division 1 at the very tippy top of the league, while Monkas will be looking to make an upset. Will they be the team, the only other team other than Demas Force, to put a dent in the otherwise flawless record of Union Gaming's win streak, is what we'll be looking to find out today, as right now, as waiting on Virtual 5 Esports. As Foxy said, we'll be interested to see whether or not Unknown Gamer will be joining us today, as, of course, confirmation with the admins is still ongoing on what is going on at the back end. We'll, of course, get to the match when we get to the match. Right now, Clubhouse, as it goes, thankfully, the auto map ban system was introduced a couple seasons ago, which has stopped Clubhouse from being the only map to be featured on stream, because let's be honest here, let's not mince our words. Clubhouse, it's a fun map, it's a good map in general, and that is pretty much why it's picked as frequently as it is between teams of the league. But before the auto map ban system came in, it was just Clubhouse after Clubhouse after Clubhouse after Clubhouse. It was getting monotonous and repetitive, and honestly, all of our viewers in chat, they reflected as well on what was going on. There was no cafe. There was a lot of cafe, a good helping of cafe on the side, a little bit of consulate here and there, but really outside of that, you would barely get to see Coastline other than Division 1, and it was just Clubhouse everywhere you looked. It was Clubhouse for the days, Clubhouse for the nights, breakfast, lunch, dinner. It was just Clubhouse everywhere. But yeah, with the auto ban system in place, once you play one map, that map will be locked until the 4th day of play in the entirety of the season. That's right. If, say for instance, right now on day 1, Clubhouse is being played here for Virtual 5 Esports and TNA Valiants, they won't be able to access this map until day 4. Days 2 and 3, they have to play with the remaining roster of maps until day 4, it all gets reset, just like how the round reset works in the match setup currently. In the Pro League rules system of rounds, the round rotation, the way it works is when a site is won by defenders, say second floor CCTV is won by the defending team of Clubhouse in round 1, they can no longer go back to that until round 4. They have to play rounds 2 and 3 on different sites before they can come back to second floor CCTV and cash, and then they can reattempt it on round 4 if they haven't had a good time on other sites. Regardless, once you win a site in defense, it is locked for you on defense for the next 2 rounds, shall we say. While the map ban system, of course, it doesn't depend on wins and losses, it just depends on when a map is played. As yeah, I'm pretty sure all of our viewers are wondering. We've been blabbering on for quite a while. Lots of speculation, lots of facts being thrown around. When is the game beginning again? It'll begin when it does. Once again, we're running out of things to say here. Hopefully, Virtual 5 Esports doesn't allow that to happen. But when it comes to Clubhouse, okay, coming back to the map once again, it is a defender-centered map. Again, I said that on Villa, and then Kira Esports completely dominated on the attacker side. But both Villa and Clubhouse, even then, outside of those rare matches where attackers are dominant, these are defender-centered map. Very heavily defender-centered maps indeed. As a Clubhouse, we've seen it so many times, we know exactly why that is. It's just the way the meta works, the fact that Clubhouse has so many areas that defenders can hide in, many rotations that can be made, lots of vertical potential, not just between first and second floor, but also between first floor and basement, although that's mostly due to the hatches and towards the kitchen and main stairs hallway that the soft floors are towards the side on top of armory, like deep armory, arsenal that is, excuse me. But yeah, overall, a defender-centered map with enough intel and utility being placed smartly from the side of the defending team, they can turn the first 6 rounds of Clubhouse into pretty much their playground. But outside of that, the side of Valiants will be looking to avoid allowing that to happen. They're on the attack this time around, and being the first, being one of the newer teams on the block, the fresh kid on the block, as the saying goes, they'll be looking to make waves, send a message that we're here, and don't you dare underestimate us as a team, because he will pay for your mistakes. And there we go. Unknown Gamer is in the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. He will, in fact, be joining us to answer both mine and Foxy's questions, as now we're just waiting on the ready confirmation to come in from the side of Virtual 5 Esports. There we go. Both of them are, in fact, ready. And looks like we will be getting into this game right here, right now. Clubhouse is underway. Ladies and gentlemen, the match between TNA Valiants and Virtual 5 Esports is underway as well. It took a while, but we are here. The match has begun, and we're already in the ban phase as Virtual 5 Esports will have the first ban on the map. The first attacker to be banned on the map of a Clubhouse itself. It's probably going to be a Thatcher, or maybe, who knows, a Thermite if they're feeling adventurous. Could be a Nomad, could be anyone, but it is the Hibana who is banned from Virtual 5. Actually, when it comes to Clubhouse, Hibana is a pretty smart ban, because when it comes to the basement side in particular, you want to make sure you protect those hatches as much as you can, and Hibana is your main issue right there, as the Capital will be banned as well. Thatcher is in play. Tiana Valiants, they don't want to take out the Thatcher, seeing as Hibana has been banned. They want to make sure that whenever they play Thermite and Thatcher, they're able to get the hatches done as quickly as possible, as much hard reach done as possible. They'll be playing the Maverick in tandem, as well as the Maestro will be banned from this side of the defense from Valiant. So once again, fairly smart right there to get rid of the Hibana, and then Capital. His firebolts can be pretty hard to deal with, so can his smoke bolts. He's pretty here on the map of Clubhouse. Maestro, of course, is a fairly standard ban. We've seen it time and time again, as the last ban on the map is actually going to be the Wamai. Alrighty then. Interesting bans right here. Wamai is a ban that you get to see on Clubhouse now and again, down to the fact that he alone can hold down the catwalk area of Garage and many other little chokeholds that he can put on the map on particular rooms that are almost completely unbreakable, especially if played with imperfect tandem with the rest of the team. And that is why the Wamai will be facing a ban. Looks like we're going to be heading to Basement Church and Arsenal Room with a Mira in play from Flickshotter. Speaking of which, let's have a quick look at the rosters in the lobby for ourselves. From the side of TNA Valiants, we've got Archangel, Kingslayer, Poison, Dipjol, and Sadfruit. And from the side of Virtual 5 Esports, we've got Nanny, Ghost Freak, Flickshotter, Nostalgia, and Unknown Gamer. Flickshot with the 6-pick out into the Goyo from the Mira. And Basement Church is a go, ladies and gentlemen. The match is in. As Foxy, the mic is yours.
A beautiful introduction to the match, Blackjack. Excuse me. Not exactly having a great throw day, honestly, but yeah. Don't want to be making jokes around that, most definitely not. They got Flickshotter, he's brought out the Goyo with the TCSG. In fact, I usually favor the Vector, you know, when it comes to gun selection. Definitely Vector, very nice gun, and it happens to be in Rainbow Six Siege. Some amazing things you can do with that gun. Honestly, it's got some amazing handling, some amazing fire rate as well. But yeah, TCSG, not a gun that you don't want to be counting that gun out. Definitely brings out a whole lot of artillery for yourselves. You know, stands out very separately with that very distinctive voice. Scares off the Maverick trying to go for the Maverick trick as well so many times. So yeah. Speaking of the Maverick, though, we've got the Maverick being employed, but Ghost Freak already wants to find those frags early. The Dock has come into play from him. I was expecting a possible bottom floor defense from the side of Ghost Freak, but no. We're getting to see a little more. No, never mind. He's just fallen back right now. But that's good. That's a good rotate coming back on the side. We'll be seeing Valiants invest a little more time in terms of how they want to clear this entire thing out. They want to make sure that they have the upper hand here on the map. But the breach is already coming from the side of Kingslayer. Very surprisingly, there will be Kingslayer playing Thermite. We've got Nanny playing on the Jaeger. In fact, Flickshotter awfully close to him. Watching each other very close. In fact, we're not seeing anything out of the ordinary coming out, but the push though from Virtual 5 Esports that is being held by TNA Valiants. In fact, it's a little different in terms of what they're trying to do around this because we're not seeing them in terms of the construction site or the kitchen hatch coming in. That means the push will be coming essentially from the side of blue, from the side of Motto. They want to go for the church push here because they've seen the single reinforcement on the side of the deep arsenal, and now that's going to be a push all the while more easier for them, or maybe they want to get everything opened up. Who knows? Just could be the play for them. Let's see if that's going to be the push or not. This match, got Nani watching this angle. He's alone on the blue. He's being tagged up quite a bit. I'm not sure where that damage came in from, but definitely something that they'll have to worry about. The push is already in from the side of blue. The main set push from the Ash has already happened. The push up isn't, but he'll be burnt to death, and that's from his teammates. Goyo Shield Archangel will be the one to detonate that one, though, at least for that while. Seeing the push-up happen, Maverick is already pushed in himself. He wants to go for the nade trick here, I believe, from Archangel. He's got one nade for himself. Satchel is going to find Flick Shorter. That's your Goyo off the board. And now is Nostalgia playing, but there'll be Ghost Freak watching this angle. His team is falling apart very quickly. He's going to get the first frag in, and there's the last frag, in fact. That's from the side of Dipchul. They've decimated the side of Virtual 5 Esports. It's on a Ghost Freak, but he's spotted and taken out for the while. Tier-9 Valiants, just like I said, standing up this match very aggressively and bringing out that random potential of their frag power. This is exactly what I was talking about before going into the match. Getting yourselves that kind of frag potential. Definitely taking these fights is something that I was expecting to go down a little more frag heavy map. Valiants showing exactly why that was. Just getting their primary breaches done, scaring off the side of Virtual 5 good enough, at least great enough, at least for them to push back. And that was the round for TEC Valiants. First round will be on board, round 2 will be on the way. 1-0, and we're seeing the same side, Church and Arsenal defense come out from the side of V5.
That's definitely one way to start things off on a map like Clubhouse. And just like I thought, as soon as I say that it's defender side, it looks like the caster's curse has struck, ladies and gentlemen, because it is, in fact, round 2, and round 1 went to the side of the attack. Virtual 5 Esports, not the best start for them, but they could definitely change things up going into farther and farther rounds. As to whether or not that will happen is, we'll find out in just a minute. They've gone back to Basement Church and Arsenal. They've got the Mute in play. No Kaid, interestingly enough, although I'm pretty sure with the Thatcher in play, you want to make sure that your utility is better spent elsewhere. And the Kaid, unfortunately, his Electric Claws on Basement Church, not exactly the best place to have them, especially with the Thatcher's EMPs in play. That's what we're looking at. That's pretty much, I believe anyway, the way that Virtual 5 wants to play this. And okay, there we go, Unknown Gamer. A little shaky on that cleanup of the breach right there. As right now, we're going to have action phase up and running from the side of TEC Valiants. Just like you said, Foxy, that little bit of randomness is what they bring in to any sort of play that they make. It looks like Dirt Tunnel is actually unreinforced. Unknown Gamer is going to leave that unreinforced for the time being as the C4 comes out, but the Mute won't be finding anybody. But there's a cross angle here that the Bossy will lose on. How does he lose that? Dipjo takes the gunfight and wins it just barely. The man is low on HP. He's the Zofia, though he will go down and he'll be in a DBNO state and not be taken out instantly if the, of course, defender is not aware of what's happening. Meanwhile, Nostalgia is going to take a lot of damage. Flickshot takes on Dipjol in the meanwhile. What is happening? It's a full man drop as Kingslayer will take down Archangel. Archangel was one who took the kill, and Kingslayer gets revenge for the Echo, unfortunately, as it is a 3 versus 5. Still, Nanny finds Kingslayer, makes that a 2 versus 2. And I don't know why I said 3 versus 5. Regardless, 2 versus 2 is the man count as the smoke cancer comes out. Taproot, he's not taking any damage, mind you. Shots are being fired all over the map as it's a little bit of chaos between the Thatcher, the Ash versus the SAS brothers. They're trying to find where these defenders are sitting. There's a Mute close by, but no, there's also the Smoke who's sitting behind the boxes. It's now a 1v3. Nanny's, of course, still alive. Poison not in a great spot. He's got to clutch it out for his team as that blue hatch job didn't quite work out, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, he's a Thatcher. He's going to do what he can. Baits out with a drone, not quite. Throws it out to gather some intel as these defenders know exactly where he's going to be coming from right here. And Flickshot, Nanny, and Unknown Gamer, they're going to be looking to make this play. There is Unknown Gamer waiting with the shotgun. He knows of the fact that the thatch is close. He's probably going to be the one to take this kill anyway. As Poison, he's unaware of how close the smoke is. And the buckshot will come alive as Unknown Gamer is going to take that kill onto Poison and clean things up on round 2. Virtual 5 holding on strong against TRNA Valiants as the blue has dropped that they attempted to do didn't quite work out in their favor. Basement Church goes to them. Round 2 goes to them. Virtual 5 have their first round on board as second floor sees Stephen Cash is going to be the side of choice on round 3.
Definitely a nice defensive round coming in from the side of Virtual 5. We'll be seeing them go to CCTV and Cash Room now. Back again after Church and Arsenal successfully defended by them. We've still got the Hibana ban coming in, and that's why the emphasis on the Maverick and the Thermite will be all the while more. But the Thatcher is still unbanned. That is what keeps bothering me quite a bit. You know, coming to a map like Clubhouse, usually you don't see the Thatcher being unbanned. And this just happens to be one of those situations where Valiants would like to take maximum advantage of that. But like I said, Virtual 5 Esports, you don't want to take them for a ride when it comes to frag potential. Because every single one, almost every single one from the side of Virtual 5 Esports, you got yourself some amazing frag potential, and you got yourselves exactly somebody you want to go against TRNet Valiants. But Valiants, they don't exactly want to take those gunfights, you know, try and make the solo pushes happen. But that will not be the case this time around. We've got Flickshotter bringing on the classic meter play from him. This is definitely going to affect in terms of how TRNet Valiants want to approach this. And look at that, the crouch meter will come in on the left wall, on the left panel wall of the main breach as well. Very interesting though. A good strategy that I'm getting to see from them, because they've also got the echo being employed by Nosti. Definitely something that you want to make sure that you bring your best on board. The Coast Freak though is going to be playing the Jaeger, nothing else that you expect of him. And he's an amazing Jaeger player, in fact, and that's what you'd love to see him on. But will he be able to frag enough for his team this time around? Because that's what his duty is, at least for now. You know, having to be on the stray. He's got himself some nice own solo potential to himself. Let's see if he'll be able to pull such strings or not. If he's given that opportunity to pull or not. You're seeing the Maverick pull up on the smoke. Unknown Gamer sees that. Is waiting for some help from his teammates, I believe. But still, they won't be attempting the breach on the main wall. Looks like Valiants want to go around this. They don't want to fall trap to what Virtual 5 has brought on board for themselves. They'll still be doing it. The Thatcher is coming in, and that's why it's going to be very crucial for them for getting this breach open. But to do that anyway, we'll still be seeing Thermite go for the rappelin. He does want to go for the breach, and that'll be the smoke. So there's no way the breach stops at this moment. And yes, the breach will be happening. Not got any other denial as well. Unknown Gamer, all he has to do is fall back. I'm not sure what they've achieved by doing whatever they did over there, but definitely they have not wasted time. If that is what you're looking to find here. No, they have not. Not essentially. Could have taken equally enough time if you brought in some. If you brought in a little bit of utility as well, but yeah. Definitely everybody alive on the side of the defense is going to be a plus point. Flickshotter in a really bad spot. He's found himself in that little one-way angle of the box. He's going to go out of the C4. Not going to find anybody though. He's just going to move to and fro between this little angle that he's got for himself right now. He's got to get aggressive and find the frag, or he'll get taken out, and he's got to be very careful. Look at that shot. Flickshotter, what a shot that was. Dibjol takes the fall. A huge one indeed. And that was more than just a huge shot. That was a long-range shot. This is exactly what I was talking about. Bring out the Vector. Archangel, no, he's going to be the one to take the place and pick a fight with the Mira. Meanwhile, Ghost Freak is going to find Sad Fruit. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're trying to push back V5 in a spot, in a corner, and they're going to bounce right back on you. And that has been the case for Valiants, just not able to stand up against that kind of gunplay. We'll still be seeing Poison push up. That's the Maverick on the breach as well. It's a three-man push, in fact, from all the angles that V5 could possibly cover. But they're just not able to. Whelan still trying to make this push happen. The Mira is what is stopping them. Archangel will get a frag, but he gets frag right back in. That's a 2 versus 4 already. Poison kicks in. All that is that Poison will be outside the breach on the side of construction. Kingslayer without the diffuser pushes in all towards the side of the breach. There's too many soft holes. Nanny gets the kill under the diffuser. He's going to get a frag. He does not get the other, and that's the cleanup for Virtual 5 Esports, people. Unknown Gamer with the finisher this time around as well. And that's the round you want to see them put on board, because that's the way V5 brings out aggression when they are cornered onto. They bounce back. getting themselves those early frags. In fact, a little later in the round, but early for the advantage. Really well done. Virtual 5 Esports will be taking away. In fact, sitting on the driver's seat right now, 2-1 going into round 4. And the side this time around from the side of the V5 is going to be on Jim Bedroom.
2 defensive rounds back to back from the side of V5, and just as we saw right there, you can never quite take your eyes off the ball when it comes to Virtual 5, especially with this roster that they have right now, playing the Mira pretty consistently and using those black mirrors to full extent from the side of V5. They've done very well, very smart with the utility placement, knowing that they don't really need to invest in certain types of utility and investing in others instead. Now, Gym Bedroom is one of those sites for sure, because you normally see a Castle Bandit play along with a Mute to hold down the main wall, that is the West Jacuzzi wall outside of Bathroom. There's none of that. No Mute, no Bandit, and no Castle. They've got the Echo, the Valkyrie, the Jaeger, the Vigil, and the Mira. And pretty much this entire strategy is going to revolve around the use and placement of the Mira windows. Looks like one might be in Secret Stash or looking through Secret Stash. I'm not sure. One is on the wall between construction and logistics office, and I think the other one's already been set inside a bathroom. The standard mirror window, oh dear, flick shot a little too early right there. He can throw it out now. He tried to throw the Valkyrie cam just before the action phase happened. Unfortunately, didn't time that quite right, so you know, had a missed throw before things began. Ghost Freak, the man on the Vigil, he's going to be doing the roam for his team along with the Jaeger inside of Cash. They've got a pretty healthy setup right here, as the distribution of utility and manpower is looking good from the side of Virtual 5 Esports. Valiants, they haven't had the best of beginnings. They had a great start in round 1, but they want to make sure that they continue keeping up that random aspect that they had in the match, in the first round for that matter. As right now, the Hard Breach will come out from the Thermite. The Thatcher is pretty much, well, I won't say unnecessary, it's still necessary, but not to the same extent as if electrical interference was being run from the side of Virtual 5 Esports, excuse me. We hear on the comms, there we go, Thermite's signature lines of a really big Hard Breach coming up, as he will take that done and dusted towards the Jacuzzi wall. But now is the real challenge as a C4 comes up. Will he find anybody? No, it won't. Kingslayer, so much damage done to him, but he still got his second exosomic charge. He managed to undo the animation that he was going for before he got taken off the board by the Mira C4. On Gamer, unfortunately, he was hoping for that play to come in. It didn't quite. While the cross angle from Cash is being watched, one from the Mira window. That's Echo, Nostalgia holding that down. Flickshot's going to be going for a run out. Not quite. He's got the intel for himself. He knows where the Ash is playing, but he doesn't quite have the angle, not quite it. He's seeing her rotate around, and he's going to fall back inside a strip club for the time being. Angles are being watched by Valiants for sure, but they are a little shaky right now. Stafford actually is going to find Nostalgia in the meanwhile. That is your Echo of the board. That's a pretty big drop, because that means the late game plan, should it come to that, is pretty much secured. While there's a push coming into the western hallway from the Thermite, they know for a fact that Flickshot is actually here, and they want to take him off the board before they do anything farther. Once again, pretty smart from Valiants, but they have to make sure that they get this push done quickly, but they won't be. Flickshot can take down Kingslayer. That's a pretty big drop. The Thermite goes down, and Debjol was just a little too late coming in from the back, as the Valkyrie will make her escape, and time is now of the essence, as Valiants only have 40 seconds and less to make this play happen. They need to get in. They need to deny the utility. Excuse me, I said deny the denial. But yeah, deny utility, get inside, get kills, and get the plant off if they want to make sure that they can, in fact, get in and get this round. But it's not looking that great. 20 seconds remaining. Valiants, they need to make sure they need to expedite the process. It's now or never for them. 50 seconds remaining. Unknown Gamer still inside a bathroom, as Nanny in bedroom is going to get 1 poison off the board. He gets refragged out, but Unknown Gamer is taking on Dipjol. He gets another one. What a kill right there from the Mira, as the Nomad has to go for the plant. It's now or never, and he'll be forced into it, but he'll be C4 from below, as that is Flickshot, the man who took the kill on the Kingslayer earlier, who will take an easy C4 on the default hatch of the side of Bedroom and Gym, and give the side of Virtual 5 Esports round 4 on the defense, as after round 1, V5 have looked very strong indeed. Their defense have been impeccable, as second floor gym bedroom goes to them. Round 5 is in play, and Basement Church and Arsenal is the side of choice. 3-1 is the scoreline. Valiants, they're going to have to pick themselves up from here.
Definitely, that's going to be the case for Valiants right now. They've been able to bring out the aggression when it came to round 1. And that's just not been working out for the side of V5. V5 quickly understood what is happening. They made sure that they made those changes, The way we're getting the adaptations coming in from the side of V5 as well, it's been great, it's been good, but more importantly is the fact that they are able to adapt mid-round. They're bringing out some early aggression, to just trying to scare off Valiants a little on their back foot, nothing too much. Just enough for them to take advantage of that little room is where V5 is able to operate on. They've been amazing operating under it. Let's see if they'll be able to keep that up going ahead in this match. Most definitely, that is something I'm looking forward to, because we saw a very overly saturated last match, 7-1 victory, and LevelZero were the ones to lose in that match. So a huge blow to what I was thinking, how Division 1 will be going, having the best of the best in Division 1, all of those teams very deserving to be here, but looks like there's been some difference about it in terms of how things have fared in the recent events of things. But yeah, most definitely I'll be seeing, and I'll be expecting more of that from Valiants as well. They've made it from Division 1 to Division 2 to Division 3, and already a kill is coming from Unknown Gamer. Where did that come in from? Where's that smoke able to land it? Look at that play from him. He's gonna get the kill through a wall bang, in fact, and Poison is gonna take the fall. Quite the early aggression once again from V5. Was not even expecting a kill out of it. Just went for a random pre-fire, got it, and that's just game sense coming alive from the side of Virtual 5 Esports. And coming back to what I was trying to say is Valiants, the only team so far through qualifiers, not able to qualify for 3 seasons, qualifying after 3 seasons, through qualifiers into season 4, into season 3, through season 4 and 5, and making it to Division 1 all the way from Div 3. That's huge. Sad for B1 is going to get the refrag onto Flickshot as we were talking about it. And now Valiant sit on Division 1. Time to prove what they are made of. Definitely something that you want to put against the side of Virtual 5 Esports, who have been here for quite a long time now. I'm still seeing the push-up happen from the side of the attack. They're trying to make sure that their best is used, trying to shake off the defense in terms of their own comp. But Ghostfreak has just moved on the upper launches. He can most definitely use this to his advantage. He'll still be holding down this angle. It's going to be very devastating with the C4 in hand, and along with the commando and a position he's not been spotted on. I don't think he did get spotted, and that means he can move back. He can definitely go for this flank that he's planning to go on the Ash though, but there's another drone creeping up on him. He's finally going to get spotted, and that's a huge spot that he's got to miss out, but no, he's still in that gunfight. Sad Fruit takes the fall, and that's really sad for the Ash indeed. Ghostfreak getting a very important frag, and Archangel and Dibjal, both of them a little late to the party. Definitely won't be able to do anything more, even not attempt a refrag. Ghostfreak has fallen back, and it'll be Nostalgia who will be taking the first fight against the Buck and the Zofia. He's got himself the Yokai drones, definitely something that he can use for himself. We're still seeing the breach coming in from the side of Kingslayer, and that'll be on the motor hatch. I've seen the turnaround and the rotation coming in from the side of the attackers as well. The push-up from the side of Kingslayer will be in on the main stairs, while the push-up from the Zofia is in over here. Dibjal, the man has got to convert some frags. He's been amazing in terms of frag potential, but that is not something I would dare to doubt that V5 is not carrying. Push-up will be in. The Thermite is scared to death and in fact flashed out of his brains as well. So much happening right now for Kingslayer and the Buck. Archangel is pushed up. He's not going to spot the Jaeger down below on the table. He's going to get that frag. A very easy one for the Jaeger in D9. He's going to push up, and that's not the final frag. There's one more left, and that's going to be Dibjal. He has only found Ghostfreak, at least for the while. He's going to find one more. That's a double kill for Dibjal. He's still got to find 2 more. He's going to go wide for this one. He's going to find 1 more. Does he find the 4th? He won't be able to. Then that's a great attempt from the side of Virtual 5. Oh no, that's from the side of Valiants, but Virtual 5 Esports will be the ones taking away another victory for themselves on the defense, playing to perfection with the patience. Like the early aggression is scaring off Valiants on the back foot, and by the time they happen to get their composure back, make the push happen on the side, it's just too much. That is exactly what V5 is bringing on tape. Just too much aggression that Valiants are not expecting sudden. But all at once. Round 6 will be underway, the last round before roll swap, and the score is heavily in the favor of Virtual 5 Esports.
4-1 is the scoreline for Virtual 5. They're doing fantastic right now, even though that last round that we just had almost went south, shall we say. As Valiants, they nearly had it. All they needed was that last final kill, but no time was the problem for the side of TRN8. Valiants, they gave it their all. Unfortunately, just like Foxy said, those early kills are scaring them off, and then they take a little too long to get to site. They look a little confused, a little RI, and then unfortunately, when they do make the push to site happen, it doesn't quite work out in their favor, and that's why we're seeing the scoreline be what it is right now. 1-4 down on round 6. They want to make sure to avoid going 5-1 down on defense. Clubhouse may be a defender side of map, ladies and gentlemen, but going 1-5 down on a defender side of map would not be... it's not a good situation to be in, not in the slightest, as right now, Valiants, this round is very important for them. They want to make sure that they get everything in order, their push, their hold. They want to make sure that they have an idea of what they want to do going into defense, but to do that, they need to make sure that this round goes to them. It's a fact that I'm stating quite a bit, but it's something that is definitely true, and something that stands true regardless of whichever way you look at this match from. One breach is already done on towards the side of, there we go, the basement, the garage wall. That's one of Thermite's exothermic charges used up from Poison. He's going to be making sure to use the second one on the main breaches. There's the Maverick in play. Archangel, he could go for the play, in fact, as the side of Valiants could actually decide to go for the breach on the construction double wall facing inside of Cashman's site. However, it looks like that won't be the case. They'll be using the Thermite's exothermic charge on the main wall of CCTV, getting that done nice and quickly. The Mira is in play, but she's actually all the way down at the garage storage stairs. Looks like it's been spotted as well. He's going to pull back as Nostalgia will somehow win that fight against Kingslayer, but Saffron's there to refrag instantly, taking the Echo off the board. Fairly aggressive right there from the Echo, but unfortunately not in a position where he could have gotten away from that gunfight. All hands on deck. One man down for both teams as a C4 rip is prepared from the Mira. Flickshot down below is just waiting for somebody to pop their heads on the stairs and take them out nice and quickly. He's got to be careful though. He's aiming for the breach currently, as the drone's going to come in, spot him, and he's going to fall back. He's going to have to do that quickly, though. But no, the drop into oil pit is going to stake him out, as Sadfruit is going to take him off the board. Flickshot goes down. That's a little unfortunate for the Mira right now, as the side of Valiants are looking very good on this particular round. More damage being done. That was Nanny, the... Legion inside the side. The garage push is in as well. Nanny, he's going to be taking shots, and he's going to go down, in fact, as well as no, there's finally one kill in for the side of the defense. Ghostfruit takes that kill. It's a 3 vs 2, but the plant is going off. That gas canister did miss, unfortunately, but the plant will be halted for the time being. It might just be reattempted any second. No, Poison going to find Ghost Freak. The push-up's been spotted, as the smoke will take one. It's a 1v2 right now for Unknown Gamer, the last man standing. There's one outside the breach and one going for the plant. He's going to see the thermite, but no, that's all it's done is give away his location. He's going to go for the kill, but no. Dipjol with the cover from outside the breach. The rappel on the balcony is going to give the side of Valiants the last kill on the smoke. Unknown Gamer falls, and Virtual 5 Esports, they fall for one round. Round 6 goes to the side of TNA Valiants, and they will go into defense 2-4 down. Only 2 rounds in the deficit, and on defense on Clubhouse. It's been V5's game so far. Will that change? We'll find out in just a moment.
Most definitely. Let's find that out. Is that's going to be the case or not? I wouldn't really say that Clubhouse happens to be entirely defender favored when it happens to be a ban and a Capitao ban. I still got the Thatcher on ban, and that means it gives you so much more room to work with. I'm not saying that it's attacker favored, but most definitely it's not as defender favored as we believe it to be usually. But yeah, going ahead, let's see what happens. We've got ourselves a nice attempt of a comeback that I'm getting to see from the side of Valiants here. They can definitely keep up their momentum if they want to keep it, because happening to go on defense on Clubhouse, definitely something that you want to be on. We'll be seeing the Rook pick coming from Poison, something we don't get to see a whole lot. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard as well. We've got Sadfruit and 7 frags for himself, and Dipjol will be on 6. While on the side of V5, we've got quite the high fragging potential from almost everybody, very, very close to each other. Nostalgia, though he's still not awakened yet, only on 1 kill for himself, but I don't really blame him. We've seen testing moments for Nostalgia, and he's passed them with flying colors, in fact. And when it comes to Division 1, you always expect top of the, top of the game performance from everybody. Everybody wants to be on top of your games. You want to bring the best that you have for yourselves, but let's see which of these teams have brought that for themselves tonight. We'll still be seeing the push-up from the side of the Thermite happening. This flick shot will be playing the Maverick as well. They got Nani playing the soft reach along with the nades. That's great. They got the Legend. You want Gold Streak playing on the Zofia as well. That's great operator selection. And in fact, coming in from the side of Virtual 5 Esports, I wouldn't really be a fan of the operator select from the side of Valiants. They're already Kingsley taking some shots on the drone hole. He's got to be careful about that. There's still got the denial coming in from Dipjol. There's no other denial except for the C4s present on the other operators over here. Satford already prepping to go for that Maverick that he's attempting to go on. He might as well claim it. No, he won't be able to. It's a little bit quick, but just not rightly done. Satford is going to be sad about... excuse me, that happened to press my escape button instead of the other button. But anyways, we'll still be seeing the push-up happen from the side of the attackers. And that is going to be Nani has already pushed up awfully close. He almost picked the fight there along with Satford. And now Satford knows that somebody's inside bedroom. He's got to be careful about this. He's going to have to move back and forth a little bit. Oh, almost getting banged in fact as well. Poison trying to hold on Garage all by himself as much as he can. But he's not the dog. That means he cannot heal himself back. He's got to win those fights first and foremost. A double drone takedown, in fact, from the Bandit. That's huge information that you could have just saved by droning, by just communicating that who's the one droning that. Little area will still be seeing them. They got enough information held on for them already. They want to attempt another breach, and that's why Satford is ready to go for the bandit trick as well. I'm not sure if that is the right thing to do. Nostalgia will be coming in with the breach. There is going to attempt it, but the Satford waiting on the other end perfectly well. He's going to get the bandit trick done right into place, and that's the only breach that they had left, I believe. No, that they did get the main breach down. That means there's one more left. They can go for this one as well. Oh, he's going to get the down and from the grenade from down below. That was really well done by the Maverick. Some great teamwork that we're getting to see. But Nostalgia is going to blow himself up.
Oh, Nostalgia. How do you manage that?
Alright. That was going so well for the side of... for the side... Oh, alright. That's a shot. Flick shotter. That's one hell of a headshot with the hipfire connect onto Archangel. Archangel is going to be very sad about this. There's Nani getting another frag for himself, and suddenly the stakes have turned back in the favor of 5, and 3 versus 4 right now. Definitely want to take this advantage. Want to go awfully close to that match. Might take 5 rounds on board for themselves, but all that is stopping them from that is Poison, Kingslayer, and Dipjol. Let's see if he'll be able to do that. The nade comes in. Oh, this is a really tricky spot. Dipjol wants to go wide. He's not going to find anybody. Kingslayer is going to get one. Dipjol and one other. Nani is going to get the double kill for himself. The push-up from Nani is in. He's going to get the first back, but gets refragged right back in. It's all unknown gamer who's going to have to stick the plan. Only 2 seconds left. The push-up is in, but no unknown gamer does not know where the plan is going down. He's missed it. He finally gets it. That's going to be Dipjol with the clutch coming in, and he gets the final frag to unknown gamer. And Valiants will be putting another round on board for themselves with the aggression that they love to bring on board for themselves. Valiants, not only a Valiant victory in the first half of this match, but definitely something that they definitely could have used going ahead here. Amazingly well done, Dipjol. A nice clutch, a good hold from their side, and also the Jaeger pushing the right moment at the right time, getting the kill and the frag for whosoever that was outside the breach. 3-4 is the scoreline, 1 round away from taking this to the equalizer. While I think at this point V5 must be very frustrated in terms of how things have been happening for them so far. 1 round away from losing the advantage that they have for themselves so far. Round 8 will be underway.
Well, one thing's for certain, Nostalgia is going to be standing miles away from his breach charges whenever he goes for another hard breach this round, ladies and gentlemen. That was a very unfortunate accident for the man getting the hard breach done. The down on the bandit was in, everything was going so well, and then suddenly the kill feed pops up that Nostalgia has pretty much self-destructed. That's that's a sad moment right there. But regardless, a quick look at the scoreboard shows us the fact that The side of Valiants, they've pretty much got themselves evenly distributed between the fraggers and the support players, as in Digil and Sadfruit, doing most of the killing, 9 and 7 to them, while the remainders of their team bringing in the support, getting the frags when necessary. A similar scoreboard was present from the side of Virtual 5 as well. As one thing that is for certain our viewers are going to be pretty happy about is the fact that there have been no rehosts so far in the game, and now that I have pointed that out, we're probably going to have a rehost in the next few rounds. That's just how the Caster's Curse works, ladies and gentlemen. But regardless, I was just happy for a moment that we don't have rehosts. But, you know, it is what it is. Now that I've said it, I've jinxed it. Let's just see how long it takes. It's only a matter of time before that happens. All that being said and of the way, Unknown Gamer and Flickshot, 6 kills each, 9 for the top frag as well. Lots of kills being brought in, but right now Basement Church means that I think it's mostly going to be a close, maybe a turtle hold coming out from the side of Virtual 5 Esports. I wouldn't discount them doing that, as Flickshot is going to be doing a Maverick half-wall trick on the jacuzzi wall, or the balcony wall, it depends on what you call it, on the bedroom main hall, gym bedroom main hall. There is, in fact, a little bit of emphasis all the way towards the side of cash. No, that's construction that the meat is sitting at. Excuse me right there. Meanwhile, Kingslayer holding on towards the side of bar, as I just realized this looks like something similar to an SSG strat. There's the castle barricades on the first floor, the mute roaming all the way up top. There's angles of going vertical from top to bottom. So yeah, this is actually the SSG strat that the side of Valiants are bringing out. But no! Archangel, he's going to be caught while trying to make a vertical line aside for himself. Nanny will take that kill very easily onto his own SAS brother, as Kingslayer, he's made that rotate to fall back onto as soon as he can, and he will have to. The drones are spotted out where he's playing, and he'll just waste a little bit more time with the attackers. No, he won't. He's actually going to fall back nice and quickly on Memorial Room. Valiants, they lost a pretty big player right there. Archangel, he could have been huge on that roam. Unfortunately, he was doing a little bit of housekeeping before he got taken off the board. Another castle barricade is taken down. That is the Maverick doing work with his grenades. As slowly but surely, Virtual 5 are making their way down from the second floor to the first floor, and then eventually towards the basement site. Shots are being fired. Ghost Freak trying to find somebody on the main stairs, at the very least trying to find somebody on the roam. Will he find this Vigil? Yes, he will. That's a little too late from the reaction of Kingslayer, as Ghost Freak will take that kill nice and quickly make his way down the main stairs, give the side of Virtual 5 Esports another man advantage, as it's a 3 versus 5 for the side of Valiants. Shots are being fired, but no! Sadfruit is the one to win that. Unknown Gamer goes down. The Thatcher is off the board. He had that almost. Unfortunately, Sadfruit took that kill for the side of Valiants. That's 1 man closer to equalizing on the man count, and time is now going to be the essence for the side of Virtual 5 Esports. They need to get in. They need to make sure that they do get in and get the diffuser off, because there's no other way that they're going to be able to make this round their own unless they go for a flurry of bodies right towards the end. Heartbeat is coming up on towards the side of the main church wall, as Nostalgia is going to find Sadfruit. In the meanwhile, the Super Shorty comes out. Will it find somebody? Yes, it will. The Maverick goes down as the Castle's making moves right now. He's found one more. Poison with the double kill. He could just have turned this match around. He has. The triple kill comes in, and he's going to hide, as Valiants are going to hold on the last second push from the side of Virtual 5 Esports. Ladies and gentlemen, it was the Castle show all towards the end. The Super Shorty and the UMP come in on a round 8, giving them the equalizer going into round 9. 4-4 is the scoreline, and this match just got a whole lot more exciting.
Definitely a lot more exciting. We've got the equalizer coming in from Sad Valiants, and definitely the Castle show right there from Poison. Amazingly well done by him. First, it was the Super Shorty, getting the first strike in the shield on the Maverick, then getting that double kill. Really good rotate back to the doorway as well, and taking that pre-fired kill onto the side of the black boxes. Amazingly well done by the Castle, holding down. We've got round 9 coming in and the equalized scoreline, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Valiants holding their own in Division 1. Definitely a huge thing, in fact, that we all love to see. They've definitely made a comeback, and the turnaround happened on Clubhouse. Looks like happening to be on defense in Clubhouse is just a very comfortable thing, and most definitely you'd love to be on that, and right now Valiants is taking maximum advantage of that. I want to take a quick look at the scoreboard as well above it. We've got Dipchil running on 9 frags. We've got Sadfruit on 8 for himself. Poison will be on 5, followed by Kingslayer and Archangel with 3 and 3 for themselves. On the other side of V5, we got Nani definitely top ranking for today. We got himself on 10 frags, and remaining else Flick Slaughter, that is Flick Slaughter, Unknown Gamer, Ghost Freak will be on almost same frags. But Nostalgia, so he's still on 2 frags, so he's still working yet. We definitely have seen Nostalgia bring better play days for himself, but looks like today is just not one of those. Most probably seeing ourselves go ahead and find something more of that, rather a differentiate of what these teams have been trying to put on board. 4-4, round 9 will be underway. So it's the match has gotten all the while more heated because this is indeed the turnaround for Valiants. You know, putting these rounds on board, happening to be a 5 favored match so far. In fact, it's been the turnaround for Valiants. They finally got the advantage for themselves. Let's see, going ahead, we'll be able to see more of them make this into a conversion and take the lead for themselves. On our gym bedroom is going to be this side. We're seeing the hole come in from the Goya as well. A good emphasis. You brought out the Vector. You've got the Mozzie playing on the extended roam along with nobody back for the while. That will be the Goya helping him. There's a Raspberry down below helping him as well. Definitely the drone works will be coming in for the side of the attack while the side has been given away freedom to open and fight. Nostalgia will be taking more than enough liberty for himself in this little wall of that he's got for himself. Meanwhile, the push from Ghost Freak and the Maverick, that's Flick Shorter, will be happening with the extended roam that we're getting to see the defense exhibit. Sadford already getting the first frag in, and that's going to be the Ghost Freak taking the frag out. That's sad for Virtual 5 Esports. They've already lost a huge operator. That is going to be our Ash taken off the board. We'll still be seeing the push-up from the side of the attack happen. They're still wanting to commit to this, but lack of information is what's costing them right now. Kingsley with another frag hit. Look at that. Nani gets taken off the board. That's the highest fragger so far that has been for Virtual 5 Esports. And Valiants have definitely come to a very nice turnaround in this match. That has been them in the advantage. A good attempt for the nade from Flick Shot, but that's just not enough. He's going to push up off of the he's going to spot the Mozzie, and that's the kill for him. That's another frag on board for Valiants. There has been the Valiants on people. They've definitely woken up from the slumber. They don't want to go down, at least not without a fight, and they are looking very poised to take this Indian advantage. And the element goes another frag. Dibjol is going to drop the head of Unknown Gamer. It's on a Nostalgia, who's not exactly had a great day for him so far, but he's got 5 more bodies to find if he wants to put his team on the scoreboard and get another round for themselves. A 1 vs 5 ace class situation. They're still going to be holding this down. Nostalgia outside the jacuzzi wall reach. There's the push-up coming in from the smoke. There's a push-up from the Goyo. There's push-up from every single. He's going to find the first one. Goyo takes the fall. Archangel, not exactly something you're expecting from the Thermite. Just looks away at the wrong time, but still, he's got only 30 seconds. Not much that I see the Thermite doing. He's definitely pulled this off. Nostalgia has got himself positions like these, but the smoke babes are coming in still. In fact, I'm very surprised that Poison still got them in his back pocket. The push-up and then from Nostalgia is going to white check on the main stealth, but there's nobody. The push-up and then from the third. No, it won't matter. It does not matter who pushes him because that's going to be right back in from Poison. And that'll be it. The Jaeger trying to go for the push-up does get caught up, but there's the refrag from Poison on the smoke. And that was the play that we did get to see. TNR Valiants put on board, and they've suddenly swung the favor right back in their favor. And now it looks like a 5-4 with them in the driver's seat. It's looking very strong, very promising for them. 1 round away from taking us to match point. But let's see if we've still got Virtual 5 Esports, a little bit of a fight in them. If they're still able to bring out the equalizer on round 10, or will that be the match point for TNR Valiants? What do you think, Blackjack? How do you think that is going to fare on round 10?
Well, so far what we've seen, Foxy, it is the side of Valiants now on the other half of the game. Starting on round 6, they took a round for themselves on the attack. And yeah, definitely, they are now in the lead as it is 5-4 in their favor. Completely unexpected, shall we say, with the beginning of the game. But round 10 is in play, and it's going to be CCTV. And CCTV, the side of choice. The full rotates made. Foxy, the mic is yours.
Thank you. Most definitely, CCTV, definitely the full rotates made as well. That's a huge and that's a very important point for Valiants right now because having to go for the full rotate for yourselves, it's definitely built up a momentum for you, and Valiants will be more than glad to in fact take the advantage for themselves and swing that in their favor as well, which they obviously have already done. But wanting to go to match point is what you want to be doing because you want to make sure that you don't allow Virtual 5 Esports to even take a break. Even not for them, because round 10, if this round happens to go to Virtual 5 Esports, they'll be equally far away from where Valiants sit to be on match point. And that's not a spot you want to be in. You know, that just puts you in so many different places. Pressure, definitely something that you want to ignore, but already aggression coming in from Archangel. He's going to go for the spawn peak. He's not going to find anybody though. He's just going to fall back for the while. Not something that you don't expect at this point. You're desperate, you want to get the frags in. I don't blame Valiants. A good attempt at least in scaring back Postal 5 Esports attackers. Definitely they're going to drone back a little bit. You know, they're going to employ a little more time in terms of clearing a few more turrets, maybe whatnot. But yeah, for now we're still getting done in from the side of we got Nostalgia. He's going to come in with the breach, but no, that's all the way on the other side. That's for the jacuzzi wall. In fact, the breach will come in from the Maverick instead. Flickshot will be going for the trick. He's got the Thatcher to help him as well. So I wouldn't really blame him if he wants to come in with the Maverick trick. There, he's going to do that. Very nice and easy, very natural touch to it that Flickshot has got for himself. We'll still be seeing Sadford getting a little aggressive here. He's very exposed. This might as well bite him in the back if he does not anticipate the aggression coming in from the side of the attack. But he's just going to fall back, at least for the while. We're not expecting a whole lot more from them. We're seeing the breaches happening already from the side of Virtual 5 Esports. Good progression in terms of what they're trying to achieve from a standard clubhouse attack round. But the push-up is in, and look at this. The Valkyrie could go for a possible C4, but Archangel does not know that there's somebody right above him, and that is going to be Nani, who's made his way outside logistics just a moment ago. Archangel definitely wants to be on the flank, but let's see. Let's see who happens to be the one to convert, and that goes out for the cell. It's not going to convert anything, but now that position has been given away, and Archangel has to fall back all the way back. In fact, he's got to be very careful about this. Sadford will be the one to pick the fight first and foremost against the side of the push that is happening from the side of construction. Virtual 5 Esports definitely are anticipating this as well. But the Thatcher comes in first. That's going to be the Bandit battery taken off the board. They want to bring out the nades as well, just for insurance. You know, the Bandit is not allowed to walk away from this, at least not for now. But I think that was being caught out by an ADS. That's a nice place ADS, in fact, coming in for the side of the defense. We'll still be holding them. We'll still be seeing them hold on strong. And they're getting ready for this, but no, they're getting lit up from almost every single angle that is possible. We'll still be seeing the breach go down, and yes, the breach will happen. Nostalgia, he'll be the one doing the breach in Sadfruit. He's in a really bad spot. His feet exposed with very less HP and the C4 in his back pocket. Definitely wants to go for the long peak, but he's got to make sure he converts that into something useful. He's allowed to rotate back somehow. Look at this, everybody on the drone. Nobody to collect that bandit's frag. A huge misplay indeed from the side of Valiants, but already Ghost Freak is about to pick a file, and he's going to win that. That's going to be Archangel taking on the board. That's a flank watch coming alive, but the push is hit from the side of the attack. Only 10 seconds left. Well, there'll be another down in from Sadfruit, but those smoke babes are in, and there's every single window that they've got to cover, but not enough time. Kingsley gets one. Ghost Freak's going to be fracking. They shut down one more. They've drawn on another. There won't be any more time. And Tianet Valiants will be winning this round. Boy, oh boy, that was one hell of a round coming in from the side of both these teams, but it was a frag frenzy that Valiants happened to take the advantage of. The Valiants happened to take match point upon, and now Valiants 6 sit 6-4. Quite the advantage that is swung in the favor, very useful. In fact, very strongly in their favor. In fact, 6-4, not a scoreline I was expecting going ahead for the matchup today, with the comeback coming in from them. One round away from making this match theirs. Not sure what we've got in store for round 11. Definitely a whole lot of action, that's for sure. A great attempt from the side of FIFA in the last round, but just not enough. Round 11 will be underway. Let's see whose round is it up for the taking.
Match point is confirmed for the side of TRNA Valiants. It was definitely a very chaotic finish to round 10. However, Virtual 5 Esports, after winning the first half of this match, going 4-2 on round 7 roll stop, have not won a single attacking round. Yet, it has been TRNA Valiants for the last 5 straight rounds, ladies and gentlemen, as they started with their second attacking win, actually, on round 6, a second for CCTV. Virtual 5 failed in that defense. However, after that, every single attacking round that the side of TRNA, every single attacking round that the side of Virtual 5 have attempted has not gone in their favor in the slightest. They have been taken and torn apart this on the other half by Valiants, and it's been a fantastic showing from TRNA, but they need to keep this up. They need to make sure that they get these next few rounds on board for themselves as well. By the next few rounds, of course, I mean one more round. They're on basement shirts. They made a successful rotation around the entirety of the clubhouse, and now they stand one round away from the victory. That's all that it is. One round for the side of Virtual 5 Esports to not be able to win this game, for the side of Valiants to take the victory. We got the Bandit in play. Archangel is going to be playing the German operator in tandem with Sadfruit, of course, bringing in the GSG9 brothers, as they're going to be looking to make just a little bit, just life just a little bit easier for the side of Valiants. And this is, of course, just a little bit of an adjustment to the strat that they had earlier. That is, of course, the wall of Basement Church, the main wall that is going to actually be held down using the Bandit batteries. And they're going to be holding this down as best as they can to make sure that they have no issues going forward, because there was a breach that came in. Nostalgia had done that a couple of rounds ago, way back on round 8, that is. Even though it was the castle show that ended up giving them the round, you know, they got to be more careful. Meanwhile, Nani takes a lot of damage. That's half HP gone from a C4 from the Pulse. Kingslayer playing the FBI operator. He's done a bit of damage, not a whole lot. He's opened up a line of sight for the side of the attackers. As was that another C4? That could have been. Archangel could have ripped his C4 just to scare the Sledge off of making any more vertical lines of sight for his team. As the rest of the attackers are slowly pushing in, they want to get the breach done on towards the main hatch, the memorial hatch. That is, as another C4 does go out, but it's not going to find Nani, the Sledge, playing on top of the kitchen area. Grenade is thrown down, not going to find anybody either. Lots of explosive utility is being used. There is another grenade in play, as another one, I believe, came out just now. I'm not sure if that was a grenade or an impact grenade. However, Sadfruit is going to find Ghost Freak in the meanwhile. That is one down. The IQ is off the board. That's a pretty big drop, especially right now. Ghost Freak, he could have turned the match around this late. However, he won't be doing that, as now the main breach towards the side of the main wall is going to come down. The Bandit won't be able to trick because of the flashbangs. The Pulse in the meanwhile is trying to find somebody inside the kitchen, but that was the wrong position to be held, as Nani will take full advantage of that and take down Kingslayer. It is right now a 4 versus 4. But time is once again not in the corner of Virtual 5 Esports. Nostalgia is going to find Sadfruit in the meanwhile, as the drones have spotted out where Archangel is playing. He's got to be careful. He's got a Thermite to deal with and somebody on the main stairs. That is Sophia. Flex are going to find one, and there goes the Bandit as well. Not looking great. It's a 1v4, no 1v3 for Dibjol. All he has to do is deny the plant. He won't be able to. Throws an impact, throws another one, but he won't be getting the kill anytime soon. Nostalgia, he's planted. He's holding down. He will go down, but there is the refrag instantly from the main stairs. Flickshot holding that down for his team, does a fantastic job for the side of TRN8, of Virtual 5 on the attack. And just as we were saying, it's been the Valiant show on the other side of Rose Swap right now. Virtual 5, they're one round away from equalizing and pushing to overtime. 6-5 is the scoreline, and it is the round of ones, ladies and gentlemen. One round for the side of Valiants to win, and one round for the side of Virtual 5 to push for overtime and give themselves a second chance at winning this game. We're going to be heading to Gym Bedroom to find out exactly what happens in the next few minutes.
Definitely. We're back to round of ones. In fact, the most heated moment, in fact, when it comes to the match. Obviously, of course, if we'll be going to overtime or not, that is going to be the decider right now. Let's see if that is going to be the case for Virtual 5 Esports. They're standing one round away from taking us to overtime by Valiants. They definitely want to convert this into something good for them. Obviously, the victory is what they are wanting. But I really doubt that the momentum that they put on board will be something that helps them take the win against V5, because V5 equally motivated to bring out the equalizer. Let's see if overtime is going to be a possibility for us or not, but I would definitely hope for Valiants to take this victory, because just the way they've already created themselves a great journey for them in the league, making it to qualifiers and not able to qualify from 3 seasons, and now sitting in Division 1. That's one hell of a story, man. Honestly, that's one kind of inspiration I think all the lower teams out there should be taking as well. I've heard of so many teams just not able to make it through the qualifiers. They happen to go through multiple roster changes, so many disbands. Don't do that. Work on your team. Put in the hours. Make sure you're putting in the right kind of practice as well. And who knows, you might be the next year on Valiants or the first of whatever team name yours is. I mean, don't bring out the classmate advert. Already Unknown Gamer start off with aggression. He's going to find Kingslayer early in the match. That was the aggression that from Kingslayer that we did see Unknown Gamer counter, in fact, not the one bring the aggression. We'll still be seeing a whole lot more coming in from them as we'll be going ahead into this match. We've got a very good early advantage, map. In fact, man count advantage. But definitely, we did see the damage already done from the side of the pulse. Let's see if we're going ahead if we'll be able to find more of that or not. We'll get the push up in from Unknown Gaming. He's got the jacuzzi wall to worry about. The push up will be in from the other side of the attack as well. That's going to be from both the sides. You've got to be careful about this Archangel who wants to push up a little awfully close. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. And we did see a little bit of a glitch there from the Thermite. We'll still be making the push up happen from the west side of the jacuzzi wall. Drone hooks are coming in. Poison will be the one holding down with 2 gas canisters in his back pocket. Definitely very influential here. Let's see if he's able to pull something useful out of this or not. Let's see if that is going to be the case or not. Going ahead, we've got Poison. He's still going to be holding on the side. He's just going to fall back. The C4 comes out. That's not going to claim anything except for the drone. That's from the Mozzie, in fact. But the push-up is already in. They've gotten breach done. There's 3 attackers right outside the breach that are waiting for. They're waiting for the position of the Mozzie to get revealed and make the push happen. And that's exactly what they'll be doing, in fact. Nani with the nades is going to go in for the flashes come out. You got Iana with the nades as well. Ghost Week will be the one playing Iana as well. So I'll be very careful about this. This peak will come in and there you go. It's going to be a cleanup. Devjal is going to take the fall. Satru Miman is going to get the refract. That's a nice shot on the Nani. And that takes off your sledge. That's nades are taken away unless the nades have already been used or not. We're still seeing the to and fro coming in from the side of Satru. He's allowed to play here. He'll finally get shut down from Ultra 5 Esports. And they've turned this into their advantage, definitely. Ooh, a nice stab coming in from Archangel. Look at that angle being played. Ghost Freak takes the fall. He was definitely not expecting that. A 2 versus 3 now. Definitely something that the side of Valiants can turn around for themselves. Or is it too much for them? Fighting 3 bodies on the side of V5 and stopping them from the side going to overtime. Or will that be V5? All over them. Flickshot making his way in. He's got to be very careful about this nostalgia. He's come up on the side as well. But the ill-advised peak, he's still going to walk away with that kill, at least for now. He's not going to walk away with that kill. The shotgun to the face. 1 goes in. 2 goes down. That's Poison with the shotgun plays. It's Orlando Unknown Gamer all of a sudden. He's outside the jacuzzi wall. He'll get taken. And Valiants will finish this matchup. We get to see a 2 versus 4 clutch coming in from the side of Valiants, and that was all down to that shotgun play and the finish up from the Vector from the side of Archangel. TRNet Valiants, this is the team. In fact, this is the roster. These are the people. These are the players you've got to be scared of because they've definitely built quite up the story coming into the scene of competitive Rainbow Six Siege in our region. 14 frags for himself, Dipjal, and what a performance we got to see from Valiants over here.
A fantastic game to round out the first stream of the day, ladies and gentlemen. What a play from Valiants, coming back from a 1-4 down all the way to the 7-5 victory against Virtual 5 Esports. They beat one of the veterans of the region, but there's plenty more to go as they've got quite a number of matches coming up after this. But that's, of course, a story for a different day, tomorrow for that matter. But before we close off the stream, let's have a quick word from our analyst, Babagusa, over at the analyst desk about the game that we just had. Babagusa, a pretty exciting game that we just got to see, isn't it?
I mean, it is absolutely, Jack, because the one thing that I'm really interested on was the ban phase instead. Most of the time when we see ban phase, it will be a Mira or an Echo, but this time banning Maestro and Vamai is quite understandable because you always see Vamai using a deployable shield on CCTV room, and we see Maestro's EV like being placed on such a short room. I mean, there are quite important rooms like CCTV, cache room, even on I can even include basement as well, the arsenal and the I believe the church, which gives such a short room for the defenders to not only just get more intel, but also you'll be having way much more cover so that you can be able to focus on one particular angle. And taking out Maestro and Vamai was really good coming in from both the teams. But the only difference is how well that they perform, knowing that those 2 operators are gone. You can still rely on these 2 important operators. It's quite surprising to see that we actually did see Echo being played at one particular match, but it didn't work out. And yeah, coming on the side of the attackers from Turnit Valiants, we actually did see 2 hard breaches from the first round itself, Archangel and Kingslayer, quite unusually. what a Thermite mains would do is open up the wall on Church so that they can be able to have access, just like how Virtual 5 Esports demonstrated when they were on attack. But we did not see that in Turnate Valiants. Instead, we see, just holes being made from Mavericks' breaching charge to try to get an angle, and luckily it actually worked out in their favor. But not that much, because after second to 5 matches when Virtual 5 Esports was on attack, they actually did one against sorry, when Virtual 5 was on defense. They actually did, however, recovered that round when Turnate Valiants was on defense, especially, Poison making those important plays, playing as the castle with the UMP and the super shot. And if Mozzie sees that, he would be really pissed. You know that, right? I mean, he would absolutely get furious knowing that, oh, look, it's just the castle using a super shotty who just get 4 kill. Except the operators, I just want to talk about the players, especially Poison making those important rounds on defense was absolutely insane. He did it twice in a row, especially on the last round itself, in which it has a higher chances to go for overtime, and Poison denied it. That was a really great pace coming in from Poison. And yeah, when it comes to Virtual 5 Esports, they actually made really great when it comes to getting those early kills, especially Flickshot. Important early frags were definitely on point. The only problem was getting on the site, in which Poison and Goyo, I believe, were the two players which it was irritating the Virtual 5 Esports to not only get control on the site, but they were getting traded off over and over again. We actually did see a Sad Fruit, the unfortunate round on round 7, Sad Fruit with a great branded trick on the CCTV room. In which Flickshot playing as the Maverick, that nade was really important, because at that time when Thermite was using exothermic charge to bait the bandit to use his charge, he actually was downed. But unfortunate things arrived at unfortunate events, as Nostalgia blew himself up with the exothermic charge. It's very quite it's really sad to see that. And on round 8, we actually did see the SSG stat coming in. That's where Poison made his unbelievable 3K with the UMP. So all in all, a great performance coming in from Turnate Valiants. And since they are going to go up against Union Gaming on Play Day 2, I am really excited to see how well that they're going to go up against Union Gaming. Will they make history, or will history repeat itself? Only time will tell. Jack, that's all I have. Back to you.
Thank you for that beautiful analysis of the game, Baba, and also the fact that Union Gaming will in fact be taking on Valiants, but that is tomorrow. Union Gaming's game is later on tonight, after the first game of the second stream. That is Demon Force versus Mercenaries, and Union Gaming will be taking on Monka S at the very end of the day. And a quick rundown of the games that we had just now on the map of Villa. Kira Esports took on LevelZero Esports. Kira Esports won that 7-1, an unfortunate showing from LevelZero as they completely looked off form. While the side of Virtual 5 Esports, they just took on TRNA Valiants, and TRNA Valiants, the underdogs of the story, pulling off an upset 7-5 victory for them on Clubhouse, coming from a 1-4 down situation. Very, very well done to them, and very well attempted from V5. Some rounds definitely could have gone their way had the situation been a little better. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a short little break right here, and we'll come back with the second stream on the second half of the games of the day, as those games are pretty big. You don't want to miss them whatsoever, and we'll be back with those very shortly indeed. Stay tuned.
Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear, for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. this battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashbang!
What's up guys, Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway. The question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashbang!
What's up?